Hello, folks, and welcome welcome to Gaming with the Cats. I am Noob Mechanist, and tonight we are going to be playing some Earth Defense Force 5. For those that aren't familiar, Earth Defense Force 5 is a third-person shooter-style game with lots of explosions, lots of giant bugs, and just about the cheesiest sci-fi plot and acting you could ever hope for. I really enjoy it. It's not a new game, but I feel like it's one of those games that really stands on its own without being, like a fresh AAA title or something like that. Got a lot of replay value in it in that way. Now, we are going to be doing this as a community participation thing, and if you are interested in joining in, you can let me know. This is primarily going to be a members of the Discord thing so that I can easily locate them, and as needed, I can grant you permissions to jump into the voice channel. You don't need to use voice if you don't want to. You can always use text in the game or similar. But before we go too much further, let's check in with the cats here. In the upper left, in the cat tree, we have Tom, the big old man of the group there. He is sprawled in the tree and just napping away. Across the desk here we have Weasley on the heating pad there. Ember was briefly visible in the cat tree cam, but seems to have skulked off. Most of the others are. Sky is eating, which means he's off to the right of the lower left cam, and having mentioned that they're hiding, Rorschach has made an appearance on the right side of the desk there, upper right corner. Perhaps we will see more of them as time passes. Let's see, how about Weasley? All right, this is Earth Defense Force's lobby. I have been playing with Tacitus, another community member, as well as Kjorlin, also a community member. And we are now at the point where we are cycling through the levels on hard mode. Difficulty scales with number of people. Well, difficulty scales up as to whether you're in multiplayer and then the number of people that you are in multiplayer with. So even doing single player in multiplayer does bump up the difficulty in a couple of ways. So we can adjust what difficulty we're playing at and what we're doing at any given time during this. It just takes a little bit of settings shuffle. Now we're going to go in and we're going to do an invite. The UI of this game is very much built for console. So there are some oddities like this little menu that appeared on the left side of the screen. You have to use the arrow keys on a keyboard to invoke it. I've popped over an invite to Lunar Waffles, one of our community members who has expressed great interest in playing this game with us. They are in chat if they'd like to be able to speak over, but they do not have to, as I mentioned.
Hi, everyone. Also, I use the WASD keys to navigate the menu.
Interesting. That just navigates around the... that navigates around the menu, but doesn't invoke the pop-out menu for me. Interesting. Alrighty. So one of the elements of Earth Defense Force in multiplayer, in single player offline mode.
Of course, a dedicated wing diver because I like wing divers.
I mean, it's a solid class type. I do like in this game that, or at least in this latest iteration, that all of the classes really feel like they've got their own style really solidified, but they've also made a good pass of most of the non-joke weapons to make it so that they're really more playable than they used to be.
Oh yeah.
I think the Ranger really benefited the most from that personally. There were a lot of basic.
Ranger's always been the most OP class, really.
Yeah. It's Just this time, they don't have a whole lot of starting guns that are kind of terrible. But they've always ramped up really nice. It's just now they start out good and keep being good, which I think is nice. They're kind of the original EDF character.
Yeah. But I keep saying Wing Diver's overpowered, especially in 4.1. But that's for like people of my skill level where it's just kind of meh. But if you have actual skills, the Ranger is OP.
Oh yeah. Kaio, one of the people I mentioned earlier, plays Ranger, and he can be relied upon to really strike the objectives hard, to be kind of a spear tip kind of scenario. I personally like to play the Air Raider. They're kind of support artillery class. You can get in there with some of their weapons, but they're... but if you try to get right up in things' faces, you're going to do as much damage to yourself and probably your team as you are going to do to the creatures themselves.
As I said, the funnest class.
Indeed. But if you can keep them at a range, you can call down orbital strikes, big artillery strikes. I like me some explosions. Third class, which Tacitus, as I mentioned, a community member, plays, is Fencer, which they essentially can carry the most varied set of weapons into a match with them.
They're also the only ones with any melee weapons.
Yep. Though I would say Wing Diver does have some things that are very, very close range, given how squishy they are.
Well, the Wing Diver's way of tanking is to just avoid all the shots.
Yep. Fencer can get in there and be. They have like the best armor ratio. Yes. For each level tier, and they can take things like shield and melee weapons. But you can also play them as very nimble if it's a very open map. I always like playing the type of Fencer where you are skating around with tank cannons and pneumatic spears.
Oh yeah.
But you have a lot of options with how you can build a Fencer. I originally played those the most before I learned to love Air Raider. But with that said, we're going to start popping in here, and we're going to see how it turns out. We may have to adjust things as we go along, but as I said, we're going to find out. Again, for any of the viewers who are members of the Discord already and are interested in joining in, just let me know. During any lobby, I will start pulling people in. If we get enough interest, I will start rotating people in.
But yeah, the friend that got me this game, when I'm playing with them and other people, they're always the last one to die, and then more often than not, they complete the mission, and they're usually playing as Ranger. Like, everyone else is dead, but they're just action rolling all across the map.
Yep.
Move out. Infantry, move with the AFVs.
I'll give you something good later.
Ground units, attack the monsters. The Air Force will handle the mothership.
Making sure that I have the volume necessary for everybody to hear the just amazing dialogue that this game has.
Their technology is on a completely different level.
It's not actually as big as a city.
We make up in bravery.
Make up for it, bravery.
I like it when they start talking about how one of the core benefits of joining the EDF is the fact that you have you either get a big payout if you survive for a while, or your family gets a really big payout if you die.
The Air Force must have failed, or else it wouldn't be.
And as the game progresses, as things get more and more dire for the EDF, the amount of money that they pay you for surviving for any period of time gets bigger and bigger. I think it starts out as like 10,000, and by later in it, it's like 500,000.
Do not fear. Strike back.
What I'm using right now is one of the Air Raider's few personal direct strike weapons, the Olympic gun, which is kind of a sticky bomb launcher. Pretty effective.
Pretty OP in 4.1, but it's heavily
Head
nerfed.
straight to the central plaza.
Yeah, there are still some versions that are decent, but the Air Raider really isn't a fire directly thing. Against
Yeah,
aircraft,
not
it's
direct
kind of a
fire,
hassle.
It's artillery support character.
No! I just saw aliens! I can't believe they're real! What the hell? We've been fighting those outer space monsters all this time and it just came to you? I'm not talking about monsters! I'm talking about
Okay, but-
humanoid aliens!
So these are early on where they're introducing some of the things. Again, the dialogue will be really inconsistent as far as timeline and level of knowledge that the characters seem to have about what the alien threat is, that these are even aliens. You know, sometimes they're like, oh, you know, it could just be some, you know, international terrorist organization that has this flying saucer and giant bug minions. We don't know yet. And then they...
Almost identical to humans. This is
Oh,
unbelievable.
I'm sorry. We missed the classic line. They're aliens. Bipedal. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes. Almost identical to humans. We'll be seeing them soon enough. And you will see how closely they resemble humanity.
Move over the target.
Other thing that Air Raider does pretty good is supply vehicles, both to themselves and the team, depending on what kind you brought.
Are we gonna fight? Got it. The enemy is around. The battle will soon begin.
If nothing else, deploying a bunch of main battle tanks for everybody to have access to if they need to is handy.
Sensors responding. Stay on guard.
This vehicle's in great condition. You should have no problems using it.
The enemy is near. I'll take care of it.
Something's approaching! It's
All right, here we go. Here we go. They're perfect matches for humanity.
Flying combat.
What are those?
They're almost in range.
They're flying in the air!
Confirm distance with the enemy.
Look! Something's piloting it!
Pretty close. The body. Still out of range.
I can't do that.
Take them down when they get closer. Now! Attack its...
Something is coming out! Something is descending from the flying ship! I can't believe it! They're aliens!
They're gigantic cybernetic frogs.
Flying ship! So that is the enemy's landing ship.
I'll shoot you dead.
The aliens have weapons!
One of the fun things about these guys is you get bonus loot if you kill them with headshots.
That alien is a soldier! The alien infantry is here!
Air Raider is actually really good at doing that because so many of the Air Raider's weapons come from directly above,
It's the alien
and putting a 180 millimeter artillery shell from the sky into their head counts as a headshot.
aliens! They look like humans!
They look like humans.
They look
I can see wing diver shells coming down on them periodically.
They have mouths, too! They look like they're talking! So they have their own language?
You can blow their
just
arms
like
and legs off, but they will regenerate. If you blow their right arm off, they can't use their gun until it grows back.
Permission to engage the aliens granted.
If you blow a leg off, they fall down and have to, like, crawl. But they need arms to crawl. They need at least one other active limb in order to do that crawling.
This is Gamma Team. We are engaging an alien infantry unit.
I'm back.
Fall back! Fall back! Hold your ground! No way we're heading
Oh, wow.
to the city.
One alien remaining.
That frog has entered orbit.
Yeah, that.
Yes, sir.
I actually had that happen to myself recently. A giant tarantula jumped on top of my tank, and I I bounced off the top of the world box and the side of the world box before coming to rest.
Alien landing ships!
Yeah, that happens.
Enemy ships are landing!
You folks,
Okay,
this game should be way
I
more
had to-
popular.
I had to recently reinstall Windows.
Mm-hmm.
And I installed this game, but I haven't played it since then, so it's really loud. So I'll be right back while I fix things.
Okay.
They've landed! It's a whole army!
Weapon I'm using right
Way too
now
many enemies. Retreat.
to strike from above hard
Too late!
on a single target is an autocannon, so it's meant to be like a airship deployed minigun kind of thing. Again, really useful for
That's right, it was one of the retreat missions.
Yep, we do have, periodically we'll have missions where you can't actually kill all the critters, or it doesn't need you to. That list that we saw at the end, all the red crates that you get give max HP to your characters. Each mission has an HP
Called
limit
armor.
per class. Yep, the armor value. And if you exceed it, it will pull you back down in multiplayer.
Also, in single player, it has the armor limit depending on difficulty.
Ah, okay.
If you complete all of the missions on all of the difficulties, though, you can unlock the armor limit.
Ah, okay. So I know in offline mode, the weapon limit is off. Alright, so next mission, let's see. This is going to be one of the, you are surrounded by enemies and need to survive initially. After each mission, it can be useful to check what kind of weapons that you've got available to you, because each mission will have a weapon level limit, and sometimes that increases. So you want to check and make sure that you've got weaponry that will work best for what you're trying to do. As a narrator, there are also maps that you need to pay attention to, because if it's a indoor map or a map with a lot of force field domes, your strategy needs to be very different. Since if it's something that gets dropped from the air in any form, you can't use it underground, or it's ineffective on a force field.
I've seen people try and call in vehicles in the force field. The crate just bounces off and falls to the side.
Yep. At least the crate shows up, not like if it's an indoor map where you throw the smoke bomb and the smoke bomb disappears and you get nothing.
Every once in a while, someone says, "We can't do that, sir," or the equivalent thereof.
Yep, this particular loading screen is showing the Ranger, and they emphasize that the Ranger is, the heaviest hitter in the game, and they're really meant to be, like, this is the one that you should try if you're new to the game, because you're going to get, they're good in all circumstances.
I'm surrounded by the aliens!
And they are.
I'm done!
Yep.
We're completely surrounded. Hold your fire. If they find us, we're doomed.
You get an orbital strike.
We can't expect anyone to rescue us.
Class dismissed. Let's get down
Any
to
NPCs
business.
with those little arrows over their head are NPCs waiting for a commander. If you walk up near them, they'll start following
I
you.
can escape alone.
If they're following you, they also heal a little bit when you heal. If you're a ranger, they can go for
I
more.
think that's a Ranger exclusive.
They seem to heal, or at least I've seen it. I think I've seen it. I could be wrong.
It's too hard to deal with all of them at once. We have to take
I know with rangers, you get a really good ratio.
But yeah, see, this is why wing divers have close range weapons.
So you can pop in over their head and snip it off.
I can also jump out from behind the building quicker than anyone else.
slow them down. Even so, Still buy us some time. Someone got shot!
A fencer, if built right, can traverse from one end of the map to the other faster than a
Yep. I always used, you could use 2 blast hole spears for it, but I would always use a blast hole spear and a Gallic cannon for that.
That's because you can jump in the air and get some distance that way.
No, with both of those, they're the ground skating ones.
You are a good student.
Yep. It's, I fire the left one, skim, fire the right one, skim, since attacking with one resets the cooldown for the skim action. Or at least taking a skim action. You still need to have another one to skim with for it. You still need to do the attack.
But the Wing Diver has the best burst speed, best acceleration, best dodging.
Yep. And you have that nice recovery thing if you get smacked, as long as you got battery for it.
Yeah.
As opposed to everybody else who goes cartwheeling into oblivion no matter what.
There are some units remaining in the city. I want to know the situation. This is Scout. Aliens have started moving. The number of aliens
But yeah, the Wing Diver can fly, so I can always have the high ground. I can just get on top of a building right next to something.
Yeah, but you got an aerator in the group with you, so the duration of a building existing is indeterminate.
Yeah.
And secure the escape route. Request accepted.
Like, as I have that problem even when I'm partying with a ranger, to be honest. You know, rapid fire rocket launchers.
Yep.
I want to be a hero. It looks like I can't be one.
The green boxes that I'm picking up are weapon boxes. I was reading about how the weapon upgrades actually work, and it was an interesting concept that I hadn't thought that they were using for it. But it's that each weapon has star ratings on its stats when you pick it up. So that box contains a weapon. It's absolutely that weapon, and its stats are known. When you complete the level, it looks at those star ratings on the weapon and says, are any of these better than the one you already have? If they are, the one you have gains that star rating on that stat. Which is why after a while you will sometimes get big increases in a star rating with a single pickup, or you start getting fewer and fewer of them because you need to get a drop of the relevant weapon, and you need to get a drop that has that stat being better.
That is also possible. I can't imagine.
Which I can't say that I'm super thrilled with, but it's better than it could be.
Oh yeah, in 4.1 the weapon system was a bit lackluster.
Yeah, the earlier ones, the only thing you could do would be to get a new weapon.
But you'd still keep getting the previous weapon.
Yep. And at least now you can get upgrades for them, and an upgraded low-tier weapon can really do some work.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna remove some of these here so that I can see them coming.
The negotiation team has been killed.
The negotiation team has been killed.
She says it, not entirely surprised, like, they didn't listen.
What were they thinking? Every now and then, some of the folks I play games with gets an itch to play World of Tanks. So I've played that quite a bit. I'm not super good at it by any stretch. I'm gonna say at best I'm mediocre at that game. But it still means that I have some of the reflexes for playing it, and some of the button reflexes for playing it. So I will try to press right-click to turn my camera without turning my turret. That doesn't work. On the plus side, I don't need to position my tank for armor usability. Oh, this tank is about to blow. Oh, there it goes. Replacement tank. Replacement tank go.
Yeah, the EDF goes through tanks like it goes through ammo.
The early ones for sure. Eventually, they start getting really durable for point investment. But the early blacker tanks, the generic ones that the EDF is generally deploying for their NPCs, are terribly squishy. Whoops. Well, I'm going to damage my own tank quite extensively here.
That's it.
Whoopsie-doo.
Okay, its head came off. I'm pretty sure it's dead. Even though it's still moving. But it's just moving because its arm is clipped into a building.
Yep.
I was still a security guard until last week. Superior's operation plans are perfect. It's common sense.
Just gonna drive along, find another enemy/victim here.
Oh, there's quite a few over here.
Hey guys.
Error in the flight system. Rescue is dropping. Let you die. Die, you! I got shot.
I'll check on your wound later. Armor is damaged.
Alright, I'm gonna go look for my kid. You have
Armor is damaged.
Humankind.
Can't do.
So my favorite weapon for the aerator is the Spritefall laser. If for no other reason than the crazy scientist lady that deploys it.
The circuit broke out. Repair it now.
This weapon must have been built by a genius.
geniuses are always a little unhinged. Because whenever they say something brilliant, people look at them like they're crazy.
No limbs for you, Froggy.
We'll take down the enemies.
I mean, he still got the one.
I can fight. You can trust
I
me.
mean, his
Yeah,
head
it might not be
preserved.
a tad.
No, I snipped them all off as I was charging.
Prepare to engage. Yes, sir. Are we gonna fight?
Killing the unarmored frogs is one of the things that the limpet is still very good at, especially if you're using the limpet sniper.
Machine guns.
Picking up loot. I do hope maybe we'll get lucky. EDF 6 is potentially coming out within the next couple of years. It should have its Japanese release sometime this year. And then, you know, question marks as to when or if or on what platforms it will arrive in the US. But one thing I do hope is that they would remove pickups. I really want them to remove pickups.
Well done.
It's been such an iconic part of the game since basically its conception. That I highly doubt they'll ever get rid of it.
I mean, you know, Monster Hunter got rid of, at least for its PC releases, removed the necessity of, you know, boxed zones and zone lines. And destructible pickaxes.
Oh, another improvement on the weapon looting is you sometimes get weapons from other classes.
Yep. You don't have to be playing at it. Same goes for armor.
Yeah. I thought armor was always for every class, though.
I don't recall, but still, it's nice that the other ones get stuff as you're playing.
That way, when you really, 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 really need to switch classes, it's not completely behind.
I refuse to switch classes. Even if we're going underground, it's depth crawlers, force fields, and limpet guns, man. Let's see.
Yeah, might as well try that.
In we go. When Weasley gets on my lap, he will position himself so that he's lined up to go down my legs. And that can sometimes result in, since he's under my desk, me just seeing essentially his butt sticking up. And his head is like down, way down there, like heading towards my knees.
Not only the aliens, but the monsters are here too.
The monsters aren't attacking the aliens!
Maybe the monsters don't attack those who are larger than them? If we're to attack the monsters, we have to get to a better position. Let's head to the ground. Commence operation. Let's go.
I love hitting a swarm of ants with the plasma cannons.
Big booms are satisfying.
Circuit burned out.
Looks like the aliens are
That and
commanding the
every piece of them
monsters.
goes flying in 20 different directions.
The monsters
Yup.
can understand orders given by the aliens.
This means the aliens are using
Alright.
the monsters as
There goes the
weapons.
building.
I've been hit!
Yeah, I'm also very accustomed to me, myself, blowing up my own.
202 to ground units. Please designate attack targets.
Thanks to you. Cover me while I finish reloading.
Airdropping begins now.
Yes, sir. Did you see that?
Med kits going here.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I don't feel like it, but ready to shoot.
I thought this was a kinetic weapon for some reason.
Disconnected.
Shoot them dead once they're in range. Come here, I'll teach you a lesson. Enemy spotted.
Don't break it too easily.
Reload while I got the chance.
It's almost my turn. Positive enemy reaction. Stay sharp. Sir, yes, sir.
Think you can hit that from here?
Oh yes.
Yeah, you can hit that from here.
Enemy spot. The monsters are taking orders from the aliens.
Dreadful beastmasters!
Dreadful Beastmasters.
The cruelest.
This showing that the alien colonists, the frog critters,
The aliens and monsters are
essentially
in it together. I'm counting on you.
guide
Check on
or
both sides.
direct
Yes,
the
sir.
ant swarms.
They look like us! I can't do it! They're carrying weapons! If you don't kill them, you'll be killed!
They look too much like us. I can't do it.
Goddamn
Okay.
aliens! Rampaging on Earth, I say please! Are they trying to turn Earth into a ranch?
There are 7 billion human fodders on Earth. The monsters will be well raised.
Medicinal supply. Great chance. Soldiers. Show them the power of EDF.
The only thing that 4.1 did so much better than this game really was the song.
Yes, I do like the 4.1 soldier call out better. Though I do like that there are multiple of them in this one.
They should be on a leash! Have they no manners?
Because again, not to say the classic song is not superior to the ones that we got
This
here.
isn't what I signed up for. There are more than we can manage by ourselves. Quit whining and start
Do I have a
shooting.
health
Let's
kit for
go.
science here?
Remember what I
do
told
not.
you. We're in the combat zone. Watch out.
We'll pick up these armor crates.
But yeah, Wing Diver's weapons reload using the same thing I use to fly, so I gotta manage that. Which is why I said earlier, reload while I can.
Show it to them once they're in range. Let's do it. Don't miss. I'll figure out something.
Little lances from above.
Repair it now.
Yes, sir. You've been hit. Keep your cool.
Disconnected.
He really enjoys that thing.
I love the classic. Trying to think of what you would call the archetype, but there's a very particular type of woman in anime that will do the stand, pose, and kind of do a protracted, shrieky laugh. Yes. She is very much that character. Like, that is one of the call-outs that she does when the thing fights.
Attacking now.
Oh, stupid tank's in the way. Goodbye, tank.
Yeah, more often than not, you guys I forget the golden rule, hit and run.
See.
This is Fighter. Ready for attack.
Fighting withdrawal time.
Love your pets that much, huh?
Emergency retrograde advance. Go.
Captain is injured.
Ready to drop.
I'll shoot you dead. Go for the right. Okay. Fire. Bullets don't come out.
This is a special news flash. The aliens dispatched infantry units to Europe, but the EDF was sent in to engage the enemy and secured a victory.
I'll send over another runner.
I like how we're still in like mass propaganda period for the newscast. So they're still saying things like, "Oh wow, corpse of this frog is orbiting in place for a bit there." They're still saying things like, "Oh yeah, we totally beat them." Oh, interesting fact. All of these ants are spraying acid. Of course, they're the little green, the gray ones do at least. And there is a. You can occasionally find a. I don't know if it's later in the game or if it exists early on, but there is a place that lists acid lotion moisturizer. And seeing that, I was like, oh, well, you know, confirmed. EDF exists in the same world as not for broadcast.
I mean, I can see that.
Yeah, at least in 5.0, everybody gets heals for picking up crates for their foot soldiers.
Oh, cool, cool.
I know the Ranger has some items that amps it.
It used to be a Ranger exclusive.
Yeah.
I do like the larger pickup radius in vehicles now, because you used to have to like get the exact center of the vehicle over them.
Yep. That's another one that Ranger has a perk for. Some of their little upgrades give them a vehicle-sized pickup radius.
When sprinting, yeah.
Even without it, there's
when I do this.
Yep. There's the when they sprint they get it, but there's also the detection item that gives it even when they're walking around, and when they sprint it gets bigger.
Wait, no, I'm gonna keep them alive so we can get the pickups. I don't mind if they keep the pickups, but I would like it if 6, if you finish the mission, all the pickups are picked up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, at the very least that. forcibly gentrify this neighborhood.
Okay, I'll keep the ant busy.
No, that's the... Yeah, I can't pilot a tank through that with any effectiveness. I wouldn't mind bringing a faster vehicle to these sort of situations, but...
I personally like the grape.
I don't mind the grape. Like, it is definitely fantastic on a big, open, flat map. If there's any sort of, like, bumps, like speed bumps, fences...
Small hills.
At that point, either the grape will ramp off of them, or it will collide with them.
Ricochet backwards and fly.
Yeah.
That's just because it goes so darn fast and has such low ground clearance.
Yep, and it's the fact that it's a six wheel instead of tracks means that it has a little more trouble with some of these surfaces and maneuvering around. I think that's about all we're gonna get. Execute that bug.
Alrighty. Where'd he go? There it is.
See. Yeah, it's you are more likely in multiplayer to get items for classes that are present in the game with you. So if all classes are present in your group, then you will be getting pickups for all classes. Like weapon pickups.
Really? Because I've been mostly getting Ranger and Winddiver.
Yeah, it's there. You are more likely to get them when they're present. Like right now, I'm getting Air Raider and Wing Diver. When I've done multiplayer solo, I'm more likely to get Air Raider, but you can still get them. And here's a cave level, so I have to put away all my most fun toys. But I still have some good tools that I can deploy in these scenarios.
Personally, I like the stationary turrets.
Yes. They are the underground go-to.
I like them on above ground too, because I put them on my vehicles.
I can't take regular vehicles. I have to take the special weapon depth crawlers. Depth crawler flamethrower. Let's go.
Spider beer warning for anyone. It even has a jumping mechanic, so yes, you are warned.
I do not jump or wall climb with this thing. Oh. The controls go all super wonky if you try to jump onto a wall or something.
True.
That is one thing. If they correct that in 6, oh man, depth crawlers become fantastic.
Ranger 2 went ahead and is engaged.
You know, actually rotate camera.
Join them now.
This is Ranger 2, being attacked by monsters now. Shoot fire at the monsters.
One of my favorite parts is how inconsistent they are with the naming of the creatures. So these are like enemy alpha.
Let's do it, the first one.
Yep. And eventually we're going to get beta and gamma as well. But yeah, they also they have the aggressor species. You have the I can't remember what they like canonically call the Greys and the Frogs. Like what they say they are, as opposed to what the community or what like manuals have called them. But then you have the flying hornets, which are flying monsters. No, I'm sorry. I think those are the flying enemies or something like that. Then you have flying monsters, which are the juvenile toad creatures, the tadpoles. These spiders are the species beta. Big old jumping spiders that can fire webs.
Oh yeah, spiders is also one of the enemy types. So yeah, spider warning.
Many spiders. Another fun thing is weapons like plasma and some like really intense explosive weapons will actually glass the ground.
Oh yeah.
Like your plasma cannon hit the wall there and it was all crystalline smooth.
Why are your NPCs following me? I'm going, you know, into deep cavernous holes alone. That came out wrong. That came out very wrong.
Done coming out of here yet?
They're out of range. Let's get closer. Got it.
Park these corpses so I can have my toys back. Start all these miniguns reloading.
Confirm distance with the enemy. Yes, sir.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave you alone. Let the other guys flank you, because that'll be fun. Actually, he's moving pretty fast. I'll just shoot him.
There we
What
go.
is this cave? Could it be the monster's nest?
No, seriously, why are they following me?
Question.
You're the one that picked them up, right?
I thought so. Maybe not.
Well, that's gonna make my hit and run tactics a little bit more dicey. Because, you know, if something blocks the path to this plasma shot, if that something just happens to be, you know, less than a foot in front of me.
Assault team, move in and exterminate the monsters. The situation inside the cave is unclear, so be cautious.
Depth crawler is about to blow.
This
Yeah,
mission
just
is
for
very
Hey, I
dangerous.
may have hit you a
But if
couple
we
of
don't
times.
step in, they will certainly become
Well,
a
that's
terrible
reasons
threat in the
pretty big.
future.
the depth crawler can leap. It can climb up, but you can see how it sort of lurches the camera around. It's especially disorienting when you're on the ceiling. So I prefer not to
Because all the
be.
controls are reversed.
Yes.
Wing divers
Like
have
walls
entered
work
inside
fine.
They
The
should
minute
be
you're
somewhere
upside
nearby.
down, it's
Meet up with them as soon as you
unusable.
Let's move in and support the vanguard. You a lesson.
Also, I'm pretty sure the tracer lines don't upset to being upside down
Wing
either.
divers, meet up with the assault team.
Thank you.
Wing diver, roger.
Oh, is that right? Who's gonna kill it? Yes, sir. Reloading. Back me up. No way.
It may not have a lot of power at the halfway point, but it still stun locks them.
Yep.
Bring it. You good?
And it's a laser, and you just have to appreciate that.
Remember your training. Be brave. Sir, yes, sir. Attack them once they're in range.
But yes, this is a... For all the explosions, for all the frantically running around, it's a remarkably chill game. As far as just
Yeah.
the level of thinking that you have to do.
The irony in how chill this game is very thick. I mean, it's got one gameplay loop. Make things stop.
Yes.
Hold your fire until they get in range. Yes. Cover me while I finish reloading. Understood. You shall not pass. This weapon is effective. That's
Oh, that's right. The squadrons in underground missions follow either the person who's considered furthest along, or it's the person furthest back. I can't remember. It's one of those two.
Ah, so they don't follow the lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. We got one over
Pretty
that
close,
way.
but still
Yeah.
out of range.
All right, they're just closing in on them. Get another crawler going so I can move a little quicker.
Looks like it's whoever's the most furthest along. Because I'm behind you right now. And they're following you.
Okay.
Pretty close. Still out of range.
This is a flamethrower weapon, but
Team spotted.
Oh my god! That was close.
enemy intercept a flame attack or a plasma shell for you, or the soldiers did?
Oh, no. They barely didn't. I managed to,
and it's the largest alien creature we have ever seen so far.
basically,
Because
what
it is
you do in
biologically
hockey,
much more
put someone against the
different
wall,
species alpha
prevent them
and
from
species
getting
beta,
directly
it
in
might
front
get
of
its
me.
own classification. So we will call it Urginus from now on. Strategy talks are underway as we speak.
I've been looking for you. I thought
We'll
you
be
ran
encountering
away.
not Godzilla soon.
I'll swap my magazine.
I'm not scared.
Yeah,
That's
totally
for
not
sure.
Godzilla.
We got one.
Good job. Prepare to shoot.
Yes, sir!
Confirm if we've exterminated them all.
Looks like our job is not finished yet.
Straight ahead.
I'm not afraid of the enemy.
It's indicating they're further down, but is it up there? No, they're up. Yeah.
Stick together. You're screwed.
Yeah,
if you
I
get
don't think there's
separated.
any paths up here.
Yes, sir!
Here's spawn panels.
You want to keep moving? You are brave. Want to move on? I don't really want to.
Let's see, I've only got ammo left in my right hand flamethrower and in the gun.
There's also a weapon tool thing for
Keep moving!
aerators that when you place it down provides a defensive bonus.
Yep.
And you can attach it to vehicles.
There's also the projectile version of them that fires like a little baseball that creates a field of that around them too.
Ah, yes, you can do that too.
This is a chance. The enemy hasn't found us. The enemy is attacking!
Okay, yeah, those guys are a bit tough. They did not immediately die.
They're making the monsters build a nest.
Yeah, you were a little closer than that.
What are the aliens doing?
Accidentally jumped as well.
They're definitely breeding monsters underground.
Are you saying that there will be more monsters?
It'll be too late if they reproduce underground. We have to do something about it.
Still out of range.
Thank you. I got shot!
Lady, what did you think was gonna happen when you joined the military organization? Like, even in training, sometimes you get shot. They try to avoid that these days, but you know,
I just sent
get
the
back
location
far
to you.
enough.
Looks like we covered more ground than anyone else. The follow-on forces are headed to your location. Move out after
Keep
rendezvous.
walking along.
Are there other teams here besides us?
I kind of like how if you summon one underground, it's sort of like a DBZ capsule.
Never expected you could make it
Instant
this far.
vehicle.
Impressive.
Aliens are here too.
Kill all monsters!
Still out of range. Shooting too far. Close in. Sounds good.
Mentioning earlier, this is a flamethrower, but it doesn't behave at all like fire. It behaves as if it's a minigun with short range, which means I can still sever limbs, and it hits multiple times.
Oh yeah, basically it shoots little little fire crystal effect balls.
Yep.
They're basically just bullets with the visual effects around them.
Yep.
You might want to get out of there. I'm about to blast that whole time.
Fire away.
Monsters keep coming out from inside the cave. There must be a monster nation further ahead. We still have work to do.
Monster Nation.
There are just too many of them. Be careful of them. They're not letting us in. We got one.
And they're on the ceiling. Because of course they're on the ceiling.
It's no use! Permission to retreat! Help!
Get all this loot from the Giblet Cave here.
Getting more interesting. The captain is injured. We've been hit. Good job. Cartridge. Good job.
Somebody help me!
Keep it together. You can still manage this, right? Everything all right? Nothing shot. We got one. We got one.
Depth crawler.
The armor's broken!
The armor is damaged. Attacking. Let me down. I'm over here. Save me.
Keep it together!
I didn't expect so many enemies inside. This is Carrier. The vehicle's on the go.
I mean, it's their main base of operations. How would you not expect to have, more enemies than usual?
What on
I mean, or at least the same number, which is a ridiculous number of enemies.
Exactly.
You're good.
Interesting. One of the questions that they never really raise in this one,
I hate to say
at
this,
least,
but we should retreat.
is why the giant monsters that the aliens are deploying
Show them
look
the
like
strength of heavy firepower.
gigantic terrestrial insects.
That's right.
My
They just
headcanon
gloss
is
over
this
that.
world- My headcanon is that this world don't have those species. Or they went extinct, decades ago. And no one remembers them anymore.
I would also expect all humans are completely face blind,
Yes.
because of the frogs.
But then later they say something that looks even more like us, looks hideous or not like us, which is really weird.
Oh, right. We are outdoors again, so I get the fun toys.
Yeah, the lasers are in kinetic weapons for some reason.
Weird.
Yeah.
This is
I
one of
mean-
those surprise kind of moments.
I mean, I guess technically, if you look at things at a small enough level, yes, lasers are a kinetic weapon. But,
It's
with
firing
that
photons
definition-
at them, bopping them with photons.
Yeah, but using that definition, the electricity ones, the plasma ones, they'd all be classified as kinetic weapons at that point. Just saying.
Alright, on we go. We should be facing the species beta out in the open more often now. This might be their out in the open intro here. Well, no, I think we fought them out in the open already. I'm mistaken. I'm sure there will just be more bugs, something like that.
Exterminate the monsters in this area. Commence operation.
The monsters are nothing to be afraid of.
Yes, sir!
EDF! EDF!
I was hoping it would be a little closer, but I've, super killed that couple right there.
Professional monster exterminators.
Oh yeah,
But don't let your guard down.
they're really actually spread out. Let me bundle them up
The
for you.
creator of this weapon must be
Hey,
a genius.
boy.
System
Okay,
repair.
yes, that's it. That's it. Bunch up.
This is K6. Operation failed. Target escaped. I repeat, Operation failed. Target is on the run.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Mysterious monster Urginus has failed. Urginus is on the run. This
Could
area
you let
is
them
on
shoot
top
me
of
than
the
they do?
escape route.
What did you say?
This weapon must be a genius.
Attack the arm! Reloading ammo!
Newbie, do your best.
Also, I'm pretty sure some medkits fell on you.
Oh yeah. You healed several times during the volley.
Get here!
Ah, here's not Godzilla.
Happy birthday!
Vehicle dropped. Hope all ground forces are doing
Reload!
well.
Go to hell! Reload! I've been shot. Keep going.
Oh, yep,
Urginus
not
will
Godzilla.
indeed pass through this area.
Don't tell me it will pass through. It's already here.
It's too big. It's unlike any other monster we've seen before. It's deceptively quick.
This is another one of those monsters that often you can't kill it. In many of your encounters with it, you can't actually kill it.
I'll show it to you.
In the very first one, even in
Citizens are in
4.1,
danger.
it was
You have to stall the enemy before the
impossible to
tanks
kill
arrive.
because they made it
Yes, sir.
the very first encounter.
Yep.
But in 4.1 after that, if you had enough
Attack Urginus.
damage, you can kill it.
No way I'll miss the target. We'll take care of it.
You captain.
I don't know about this one.
Yes, sir.
I've never been able to muster it, even with like constantly hammering it with these kind of death from above caliber weapons like the autocannons and whatnot, since those just can't miss against him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it can be fun to keep shooting him so that you can just paint the whole world in green in grape jelly.
Remember what I told you yesterday? Sounds good.
It's really fun when you hit him with the bombs.
Our bullets are useless.
All the blood that comes
It's
out
too big.
is just ridiculous.
Let's start the fight soon.
Machine guns. Fire. Everyone stay alert.
Yes, sir. I've been hit. Hold on, buddy.
Target confirmed.
Our bullets are
Yeah,
like
since this is the first encounter, he's
It's too
definitely
big. We
fun.
can't kill it. Let's talk about it next time.
See if I can bring the super cruise missile, the one that's like a space shuttle booster rocket.
I mean, you could always
Yes, sir.
green a
Let's start the fight soon.
target designator, and I could ow.
Please leave it to me next.
I could temporarily go Spencer and bring the Leviathan. That's always a fun combination.
Oh yeah.
Into the range.
Come on. Too far. I'm changing the magazine. Support me. I'll figure out something. Still out of range. Take them down when they get closer.
Confirm the target
Confirm the
enemy.
shooting range. Yes, sir.
Poke, poke, poke.
Fight is starting. I'll take care of it.
Almost at range.
Leave it to me.
This is very much just a continuous, like, don't die, isn't he intimidating?
Hey, you saved my life.
Don't worry.
Oh, you got a good hit on him that time. Big floppy pile of blood there.
And
It's almost
now
my
he started
turn.
leaving.
Let's start the fight soon. Ready for battle.
The tanks will arrive momentarily. Hang on.
Leave it to me next time.
Oh right, that's right. First we have to prove that he's invulnerable to conventional weapons, including vehicles.
Oh, there we go.
Still out of range.
Confirm distance with the enemy. Yes, sir.
Attack them once they're in range.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and we have to show off these
Almost
stats.
in range. I'll take care of them.
Confirm the target enemy.
Yes, teach you a lesson. Shoot them once they're in range.
Is it bad?
Well, he completely missed me.
Attack them once they're in range. Okay.
Stomped right over my vehicle without hitting me.
I mean, he's really good. The vehicle's really nice.
Nice meeting you.
For you know, vehicle. I mean, seriously,
Once they're in range.
vehicle.
Oh yeah.
Coming this way.
I mean, I have access to the Titan right now, but it's generally not worth saving up the points and deploying a Titan.
Oh yeah, especially considering that but usually by the time you do, the mission's over.
Yeah.
Shaking. Don't be stupid. Fight is starting.
If you have people committed to it, it can be fun to deploy a Proteus.
Yeah, I best get away from the edge of the map there. Oh wow, there's a lot of purple over here.
This is Bull Leader. Enemy confirmed. Understood. Commence attack.
Remember what I told you?
Support the infantry and protect the tanks.
Like, wait, aren't we already the infantry?
I can fight. You can trust me.
Oh, no, he missed again.
The tanks just arrived. Infantry, fall back behind the tanks.
We've sent in a lot of infantry with the tanks. Look at that.
Hey, now!
There's like at least 3 red arrows.
So much camera shake.
That's why I turn it off in every game.
I can't
Hi,
die.
big
me-
boy.
We'll take down
Double
one.
check there.
We're almost in the enemy's range.
Remember
Camera
what I
effects
told you.
off.
Yes.
Ah, there it is. There you are.
Stop shaking.
There you are.
Remember-
Enough of that.
Take down the enemies.
I'm the only one near him. I'm the only one he'll target, right?
Yes.
In theory.
Enemy spotted. I can fight. You can trust me.
I'll fight with you, Captain.
Confirm distance
Ready to
with the
fight.
enemy. Aren't you?
Machine I'll show you what I have.
They can't die. Everyone stay alert.
Yes, sir.
Fire. Let's start the fight soon. Prepped and ready for battle.
Shoot!
Too far to shoot.
Stop shaking.
Can't wait.
Attack them once they're in range.
Okay, he's on the other side of the red line. There's
Don't die. Stay alive.
there's no way I can get close to him.
Your guard up. I will.
We're almost in
You
the
have
enemy's
good
range.
taste, Air Raider.
Really? Did he honestly think he could jump all the way over to where you are?
Ready for battle.
He tried.
Already? Yes. The fight is starting.
Does he not understand the concept of gravity and bulk and all that crap?
Clearly not.
I mean, most animals tend to. In some ways, usually better than humans.
Yeah, but those creatures don't have, like, embedded magic plasma spikes.
I can't believe that our attacks didn't work. Its vital force is uncanny.
I think I'm the one that's actually drawing the most blood.
Let's stay here and fight.
Very likely.
Who is our superior officer?
I mean, the plasma cannons are really hard hitters. And this one's actually not the hardest hitter because it's one of the big cannons, which means it's more built for the area of attack.
Still out of range. What should we do? Are the rescue teams here yet? Take them down when they get
This is really just a waiting game at this point.
Let me draw them in. Yes, sir. Where's the replacement commander? The enemy's approaching. Let's go together.
Yeah, because if it was a fucking hell spot, it was legal.
Not good.
How can a creature make an attack like that? The creature's power is beyond our understanding. What a terrifying opponent.
I'll take you as our acting captain.
Well, now I need to bury all the little guys over there. I can just, safely continuously bombard them from range.
Nice meeting you. The enemy's coming.
This is how I usually fight them.
I'll protect you. Where's the new commander? Die, you mug! Wipe them out. Pretty close, but still out of range. Yes, sir! An ally is down. It's getting
Yeah, he tends to one-shot the infantry when he does that.
I'll kill you
Yeah,
all.
every time one of my shots lands, there's a huge splatter of purple.
Someone
Oh, yeah.
contact the headquarters. Battle will begin soon.
Seems to be proportional to damage and the AoE of the damage.
Is it really okay to let a guy like you?
Well, I mean, because the area of effect is
This is
getting
Dover
more
Leader.
of him.
We've arrived on the scene. Very well. Attack now.
Watch this.
Ooh, I'm too
Support
close.
the infantry and
I got
start
hit with the purple
individual
splatter.
attack
That
on the
means
enemy.
he's probably within striking distance.
Everyone stealers. Yes, sir. I can fight. You can trust me.
Dover Leader. The enemy is tough. Be careful.
Tell you what I.
This is Dover Leader. Roger.
It's no big deal.
Mac.
You should be our captain. Yes, sir.
Oh, can you even guess how we actually beat this guy in
New
cannon
tanks
lane?
have arrived. Infantry. Use the tanks as your cover.
We're
Let
responsible
Force Trump we literally get a giant robot and punch him to death.
I mean, for some reason, the not oxygen destroyer cannons don't work.
You killed my guy.
Attack target confirmed.
Don't look down on me. Prepare to shoot. Yes, sir.
Machine guns.
Ready to fight, aren't you?
Yeah, you'd think those things would destroy
How
oxygen.
could this
wouldn't it?
creature sustain direct attacks from cannons? Is it invincible?
Incoming.
Machine guns.
This is Bull Leader. We suffered a great loss.
Machine guns. Fire.
Let me estimate the distance.
Machine
If I remember correctly, the blast cannon can actually interrupt some of his attacks.
Aren't the rescue teams here yet?
Machine guns. Fire.
Because of the huge stun it will do.
Weapons a check. Wait, I'll help you do the mission. The fight is starting.
Machine guns. Fire.
By the way, any of the buildings that I hit by missing,
Let's go.
yeah,
Prepare to
totally
engage.
this guy's fault.
Yes, sir. Reload.
That's how I'm gonna write it up in my
Ready for
report.
battle.
Machine guns.
I mean, that's how I write it up when I kill a bunch of ants and what
Machine
buildings do.
guns. Fire.
The ants totally destroyed the building, so I shot them.
I can fight. You can trust me.
Machine guns. Fire.
The battle will begin shortly. Let's start the fight soon.
Just keep
We
shooting.
can't
Just,
cause damage to it with ground units. Retreat.
uh-oh, looks like he got bored.
Entering the range.
I will survive.
Hey, there's like two fencers over here with red arrows over their head that lived.
Always be prepared for
That
battle.
means they're no longer
another
part of a
battle
squad. They're just
Yep.
on their own.
Yep, well, if their commander dies, sometimes they get splintered out like that.
Yeah.
Forward.
One of the most hilarious things in this game, the one of, not the absolute, but at the very beginning of the game, you're basically just a civilian contractor. With the wing diver, you're going to be performing an air show. With the air raider, you know, they're like mechanic. But the air raider has like, you know, all the access codes to the
Why does the civilian have the military transport request codes?
Oh well, they're legal, so I guess I better do it type of thing.
Yep. Or it's like, hey, do you know where the enemy is? Like, we're not going to question how you got a hold of this stuff, but let's go.
Exactly. It's just like. The first few missions is like, you know, the EDF trying to get you, the civilian, to safety, and you constantly saving their ass.
Yep.
Then after a few, you know, missions of you saving their ass, the commanding officer's like, "You want to join?"
Please?
Back to the base. I'll buy you guys a good meal.
Don't tell us we have to cook it ourselves.
And what's wrong with that?
Please get us the best ingredients. No matter
Oh
how hard
man,
you
I
cook it,
remember this
it will
map
still be edible.
4.1.
The powered exoskeleton is making strange noises.
Yeah.
I'm having
That's because you
Crimson
have no
Tide
idea how to handle
flashbacks.
it. Wait.
One of the primary
I think I've
farming
heard something.
levels in
Sky.
4.1.
You don't have to tell me.
Look! There are monsters! The red ones! Monsters are coming out
Yep,
from the
yep,
sand!
Crimson Tide.
Monsters are ambushing us!
Monsters were hiding out in the sand waiting for us. Prepare for battle. Hurry! Are the tanks operational?
This is Cold 1, enemy located.
This is Cold 2, ready for battle.
But the way I've farmed that mission in 4.1 is I literally just fly to the top of a tree and use one of the more focused close range laser minigun shotgun things.
Impossible to run away!
All we can do now is fight. Fire at will.
They all gather up at the bottom of the tree because they have no idea how to climb the tree.
We are fighting the red monsters. Requesting support.
Permission to attack.
I confirm dropping
Attack
coordinates.
the incoming enemy. Yes, sir. Launch!
Took care of one.
You go!
Rockets, fire.
Amazing.
Container, disconnect. DE-202. This is Scout. Red monster sighted.
Sandy passing through camera there.
Moving underground!
Carrier fire raiders.
Ooh, it's a big boy.
This is one of the Titan tanks. They show up as a great big deal weapon in some of the later missions.
A large group of them!
They're coming
They are
from
actually
They're really
three-person
not
vehicles.
efficient, though.
No,
They're not
no.
even tanky.
At least for the point value, they're not. At this tier, like, this is a remarkably tanky tank, which makes it about as tanky as a lightweight regular tank at the higher level values of tank. But it is fun to fire the great big cannon.
Personally, I prefer the railgun tank.
As much of a fan, but they are super cool. Oh, down we go. Bit of kick on this weapon.
Take down this guy!
Let me down!
Everything all right? I've been hit. This is a great vantage point. Shoot! Take out all monsters.
There's no cover on the shore! Fire at will!
Kill this guy! EDF doesn't leave it.
Infantry units hide behind the tanks. Leave the enemy to us.
And in case no one can tell, I'm in the right shoulder gun.
We're being attacked! Let go of me! Let me
Armor's
free!
damaged!
Some of these vehicles are really only viable if you do have everybody piled into them.
We can't shoot them dead!
I can't
With this
hold
one,
it
even when you
anymore!
do have everyone piled in, it's kind of
We can bring it down
Yep.
if we keep
Yeah.
on shooting.
Early tank problems.
Keep on firing. It'll
But I mean, it has a weapon called the Requiem Cannon. You gotta appreciate that.
Yes. Let me guess, main cannons are out of ammo?
Yes.
Support will come, I'm sure. Captain, please hold on. Take down this one. Let's go.
Ready to drop. Strike.
Support bastard. Let go of me.
Pull the trigger. You can still manage this.
As I said, they go through tanks like ammo because they don't resupply the tank. They just call in a new one.
Yep.
This is DE-202. Ready to attack anytime.
Hold your fire.
Sounds good.
You'll surely make it through with this. Good luck.
Terribly inefficient, but you know.
I mean, it's a lot faster to resupply that way
Reloading.
when you're in the middle of the combat. And now I'm performing the Wing Diver's main job, collecting all the loot
I'll show you my techniques.
in a lull in the action.
What a week of hope.
This is Scout. Monsters confirmed.
More are still coming. I can fight no more.
I'll show you.
I'm out of ammo.
Prepare for
Jam.
Yes, sir.
It's over.
Don't give up. Fight to the end.
NPCs are very concerned with the circumstance.
Yeah.
Go. Plasma drive. Output in fire.
Ground units, sorry to keep you waiting. We are here to support you. This is D. Beginning air raid. Once again. DE-202. Don't get overwhelmed by the impact.
Free. It's all thanks to you.
Fire.
It also doesn't help that this tank is slow as fuck.
The air raid
Yep.
is starting. Stay
See,
away.
look, this is how fast I am. This is fast as I can go. I have
Carrier to air raid.
to. This is it. This is the speed. Look at it.
Easier for you now, isn't it? We'll leave the rest to you.
I'm fucking it.
E-202. About to enter the air combat area again.
Wow, I did a lot of damage to myself with that one.
Oh yes.
Drop
The for its tier, the AoE on that is bonkers.
I also shot
The
it
primers is far from over.
straight down into the
Although
ground.
EDF is able to stand against the enemies, the situation is becoming more overwhelming.
You're gonna let me go, or we're both gonna die, Ant.
But the situation has become stagnant. It is now a competition of patience, and the one who persists till the end will win. But there is no need to worry. We have prepared a trump card for this kind of situation, namely our 3 submarine carriers. The 3 carriers were immediately dispatched after the war begun, and they are waiting patiently under the sea. As long as we have Siren, Pandora, and Epimetheus at our disposal, we can still put up a fight.
I mean,
About to enter the air combat area again. Rockets, fire!
Of course, you know, broadcasting this on open frequencies when you're being invaded by a technologically superior enemy is completely logical.
let's also think about the fact of how cursed all of the names of those vehicles are.
DE-202 in the air. Please designate targets.
You know, the Titan that made like lesser creatures and monsters, a actual monster known for, you know, leading people to their deaths.
Pandora.
Yeah.
That one's pretty self-explanatory.
Oh, he got me. Nom 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 nom.
I got that.
Well, since you're dead. Oh, you're over there now.
I'll go save you.
Floppy floppy.
Let me down! Let me down!
Run!
And back up.
Operation!
Oh, no.
Beam!
Where are you at?
Take this.
Alrighty. Thanks for that.
Fire.
System repair complete.
Rockets, fire.
Oh, many
This
red
is
ants.
fighter, ready for attack. Fire.
Didn't to bring it up, but at one point I lived far enough in the U.S. South that we got to encounter some of the nastier creepy crawlies, and one of the ones was velvet ants, which are like at least ant-shaped, but they're kind of as big as at least the last two joints of my like my little finger, and like kind of maroon colored and fuzzy with visible stingers, like noticeable length stingers.
Rockets, fire. Rockets, fire.
Yeah, if you can keep that one ant busy, I can just get all the loot.
This is fighter, ready for attack.
Okay, most if not all the
there
stuff
we
on the center of the map is now
Airway made
medkits.
it in time. Although we suffered heavy casualties, we saved several survivors.
Several survivors. That's more than a couple.
Yep. Bit less than thousands, though.
I mean, earlier they were feeling pretty good that we'd only lose 20% of the human population, so...
Now they're starting to think we might only get to save 20% of the population, and that estimate is dropping.
Alright, let's see. Night in an industrial map. Do I have... neutralized cannon. We'll take that instead. Actually, no. Won't do lots of damage to the froggos. 180 millimeter. We'll use that. Pretty...
Okay, I'm going with one that probably has less area of effect. Probably.
Sammy tends to simultaneously do the little cat bagel thing, but also a sprawl at the same time. So she'll be curled up, but then, like, she plants her torso on the ground and stretches a leg out.
Only we, the Spriggan, can complete this mission. The enemy didn't see us. Get close and take them out at once. Yes, sir!
Oh, is this one of the
Use
stealth
silent
missions?
modules.
Yeah, nominally.
Commence night flight. Let's go!
Like,
When I say
they-
stealth, it's
I mean, they
in,
describe
like-
it as a
Don't
stealth
slow us
mission.
down.
Can't believe
Yeah,
they
yeah.
sent a newbie
Like I said,
to
20
support the
quotation marks.
Spriggan. It's not a mission for a newbie.
Launch!
Show those monsters what the Spriggans are made of.
Yes, sir!
Weapon system.
Yeah!
Get burned by the fire of hell and die!
We have to protect the injured.
Yeah, it definitely has less area of effect, but it's pretty fun.
Confirm distant foes.
Yes, sir!
We're being attacked.
Mission for flight combat.
Whoa, leg spike. Must have had quite a few potions down there. Oh yeah, right over there.
Reaction is close. Yeah. Ready to shoot.
Oh, easy to take off.
The reaction is close.
The primary use case of the limpet sniper: decapitating frogs.
Yeah, basically.
Switch to reckless mode.
Strike!
Sensor has detected enemies.
Strike!
Stabilizer, up and running.
This is DE-202. Target confirmed.
This is the Grit Gun, a fusion between the plasma cannon and a machine gun.
I will unlock weapon system. Yeah. See if you can handle the attack from the sky.
It's one of those empties the entire clip in one go weapons.
Prepare for battle. Yes, sir. Distance with the enemy. Fire!
This is DE-202. Target confirmed. Dropping coordinates confirmed.
Countdown to the battle. Increase output. Okay.
Get burned by the fire of hell and die!
Request accepted.
Sensor has detected enemies. Prepare for battle. Yes, sir.
Covered in the smoke, couldn't get a shot on him.
That's okay, I just fired the same
Stay
plasma.
alert in the
so
sky.
he died.
Okay.
As you do.
You have to manually fill up the magazine, for lack of a better word, on this thing.
So I'll be
Faster,
fine, no
maybe?
doubt.
So I can like fill it up just a little bit,
Activate the shock
or I
absorber.
can fill it up all the way and let it go. But when I start shooting, you can't
Things
stop
are
it.
nearby. Aliens are calling monsters. Prepare to shoot. Okay. Fire.
Thought I brought a Tempest blast radius this time.
Shoot. Take cover. If there's any damage. Take cover. You're being attacked. Impact. Awesome. We must continue to fly until all is ready for flying combat. Okay. Fire. Those things are nearby. They're calling monsters for aid. Exterminate the monsters. Direct hit. We're being attacked. Awesome. I'll go help the injured. Amazing. Fire. Can you keep? I got it. You all right? I'll protect you. Stay strong. I'll back you up. Stay strong. I got a shot. You all right?
Request accepted.
I'll protect you. I'll back you up.
Replacement tank.
Reload. Condition 4. You all right?
How are the other areas looking?
The war is getting out of hand, but we are still hanging on. The performance of the 3 submarine carriers have exceeded everyone's expectations.
They are from outer space, after all. It's unlikely they brought submarines with them.
Now they need to take time to set up base, since the submarine carriers are causing them trouble. We need to take advantage of this opportunity.
I understand. Leave it to us. We will try to weaken their forces.
Stupid red ants. That one got him.
Are the wings all good?
Target confirmed.
Attack the incoming enemy! Yes, sir!
As I said, I'm accustomed to the buildings falling out from underneath me.
We'll launch the attack once they get into range.
Kind of the thing that happens when you do
It's our turn. Increase output. Okay. Asking permission for flying combat.
So, you survived, newbie. It's an honor to fight alongside the Spriggan.
Hey, let's fly!
And
Yeah!
of course, once you're recruited, you're assigned to someone other than the guy who saw you kicking ass.
Stay
They're
alert
always
in the
treat
sky.
me like a newbie.
Yep. Oh, they have to remind you how cool the MCs from the prior games are.
Yes. Okay, the grit gun is fun, but it's not exactly the most effective.
Let's see. Ah, okay. The fortress we won't be able to destroy yet one. This is another introductory mission to a concept that we'll be dealing with more and more.
They really built an outpost.
It's larger than a building. How did they do that? So they plan to live
Probably
on
just dropped
Earth.
it from orbit, dude.
They even built their own houses.
Like all the other
Drones
things.
are
They
defending
even
the
build their own
base.
houses.
Planes can't approach. The enemy's counter-air system is perfect. We should attack from the ground.
I do love how this, super high-tech alien
We
invasion
have to
is
take out
hard
those drones
countered
before
by
we can attack the
infantry.
base. Attack the drones.
Not close enough. Let's wait for the enemy.
I mean, when you really look at the kind of guns that we've got on most of these, a lot of these are Space Marine caliber BS.
Batteries around
You
the
know.
base.
It's artillery fire from the base!
We can't get close. If we stay here, we will all die.
I've been shooting the front.
Powered exoskeletons, move out. Cover the infantry.
Miss. Leave it to me.
Fencers, move in. We'll cover them. Move in with our shields. Block the artillery fire.
Maybe I'll switch to a mix for the next match.
Yes, sir. Bullets.
Depending on what it
It's
is.
almost my turn. Cartridge change. We took out the
We can
enemy.
win this
You're
battle!
good.
One kill.
You're good.
This is Carrier. We'll head for the combat area again.
These are definitely not air superiority fighters,
The enemy outpost is
because
protected
they
by
are
anti-air
completely vulnerable
artillery.
from bugs.
We can only approach them
Yup.
from the ground.
Well, their description of it was that they were more of a extermination drone.
Yeah.
Drop off. This is G2.
Like they're gonna
We're
hover
being
around
attacked
and
by
just shoot at
cannons.
everything that moves.
Currently, there are 5 alien bases around the world. Each of them was dropped from the sky.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
believe
see?
they can deploy entire bases. Those aliens certainly came prepared.
Which means areas surrounding the base are suppressed.
We are here to protect the city, but I didn't expect this sight.
Fire of hell and die!
the base.
Counterattack.
Crap! I don't have bullets!
It's no big deal.
In this particular case, attack the base is game code for, or code in this game for don't bother attacking the base.
The airstrike didn't seem to work either.
Completely overkill, but it's hilarious.
There is no kill like it.
Incoming drones.
Drones are approaching!
There are more drones than expected! I knew it wouldn't be a cakewalk.
Our objective is to collect intel.
I know, but we can't continue the mission anymore.
The cannons are activating!
The large cannons are activating. They're firing. Damn.
These are plasma cannons. Can't believe they have that kind of technology.
I mean, I've been shooting plasma cannons for a while now.
Incoming fire! Get to cover before it's too late!
We're being attacked by
It's
the
as
base!
much, but wait, that's our thing. Though, again, you know, we've also recently seen the frogs using the same stuff.
Yeah.
Drones incoming. Crap.
Shoot down the drones.
If the drones attack us right now, we'll get wiped out!
Don't worry about the base. Take out the drones first.
I'll fight with you, Captain.
The enemy is nearby.
Yes, sir!
The artillery fire is too strong!
We can't take it anymore!
Watch out, buddy.
Thanks for the help!
Come here, I'll teach you.
What the hell is that?
Dodge!
I'm out of
Ring diver for the
The giant cannons are activating.
Are you
I
hurt?
got shot!
This is G4. Confirm that the giant cannons have been initiated.
Bring me the medicinal supply!
Run! It's too dangerous here.
Totally agree.
We can't continue like this. Retreat.
Prepare to engage. Retreat. Hurry. Fall back.
Fall back, now! Mo! Not good enough.
Captain, please hold on!
No time to run around the building, straight through.
Drones are coming again.
Drones! They're hunting us down!
Oh no. If we let those drones chase us, the city will suffer heavy casualties.
Full output.
Also, just to put things in perspective, all of these shots are moving slow enough to dodge.
Once you step into range.
Super highly advanced, but they're all moving slow enough to dodge.
Don't let those drones spread
And if the
out.
explosion is
Shoot
big
down the
enough, you
drones
don't
as
have to
fall
worry
back.
about that.
Attack the
Sadly, they are not, but
Don't give up.
Yeah, I was about to say, but the explosion isn't.
Yes, sir!
Oh
Not
no!
good.
I'm out of ammo!
Ready to take off.
More to the left.
Sounds good! Attacking now! At you!
Go to hell!
Oh, it's broken. The captain is injured.
Not good!
hearing the NCO's shout-out orders sound like somebody is repositioning furniture.
Go to hell.
More to the left.
This is Carrier Noble. We bought a new vehicle.
Distance with the enemy! Yes, sir! Attacking the enemy now! Change the magazine!
I mean, you know, most 5-year-olds aren't going to be hit by these things.
What?
If we don't shoot down all of the drones, they will cause a lot of damage. Shoot down all drones.
I was about to say, how is this building still standing? And it collapses.
There are some drones remaining.
Shoot them down. They'll be dominating the ground as long as the base exists. We've been outplayed.
No, seriously, I have a plasma big cannon. I can just kill this thing all on my own right now. See how long range this is?
I mean, even if the guns aren't killing you, though, it is a spectacle watching them unleash on the battle zone.
Oh yeah. Most soldiers would have a massive morale hit from that weapon.
Hey there, Tess. Will you be joining us today, Tess? Perhaps not, so let's... All right. In we go again.
A large number of monsters confirmed. Stay alert.
Pylon sighted! Destroy them!
Destroy the pylons! Let's go!
All right, pylon mission. Haven't had one of these since we started playing today.
Pylons confirmed!
I can fight. You can trust me.
Enemy spotted.
Contact! Monsters! Pylon guards confirmed! Aliens are protecting the pylons!
You have good taste.
Monsters are coming out from the pylon. Aliens confirmed. Move closer.
Direct hit!
You're good!
Fire! Hey, now! Attack the
Thanks for the
legs!
help.
Oh, ready weapon!
Got it!
Prepare to shoot. Yes, sir.
Change the magazine!
This way.
This is Carrier Noble. We brought a new vehicle.
Take this.
Spritefall is just lovely.
I mean, they're really far away.
I confirmed
Unlock weapon safety
Isn't
devices.
that an acting weapon?
Okay.
Spritefall isn't. It's a laser pointer.
Oh, okay.
destroy them.
The artillery strike beacons are smoke grenades that you have to throw.
Teleportation anchors.
Wow, a lot of them
Their
dead
weak
there.
spot is the glowing device on the top. If we only attack the top part, we can destroy them with infantry firearms.
Vehicle dropped.
Yeah, because the infantry were holding them down and not focusing fire and just kind of weakening them all, but I did the one blast cannon into that area. Oops, sorry about that.
Remember to stay elegant.
Only minor damage.
Once you fly in the sky, you hear people applauding. I really miss that.
We are the valiant infantry. We are the Alpha team with passion and camaraderie.
Hear us as we shout. Switch to active mode. Switch. Unlock weapon system. Okay.
You don't have to move like this with a Nyx, but it's way faster than walking, especially with some of them.
It's our turn.
Oh yeah, they use very realistic walking style with that thing. Like, if we were to build one of those things in this day and age, it would be very slow like that. It would not be, you know, Gundam mobility at all.
Yep. I prefer my giant mechas of the big, slow, stompy variety, personally.
You have good taste, Air Raider.
Monsters are appearing from the pylons!
Firm distance with the enemy.
Yes, sir! They're almost in range. If we don't attack the pylons, there won't be an end to it.
Hit! Defeated it! Awesome!
This is carrier. Arrived on scene.
We won't lose if we go by our training. Shoot!
This is an aerial shot in this group. Yes.
Keep it together.
Stay strong!
Thanks for saving me.
Let go of me! Let go of me!
Everything all right?
Oh, many bugs.
Be careful, on the right. Crap! I need help! Great chance!
Oh, still Froggy.
Awesome! Can't wait any longer. Let me shoot.
Shoot the monster!
Maximize the power output. Okay. I got that. Target down. I will follow my plan.
Well done, newbie.
Yes, sir.
Activate the shock absorber.
The enemy is near. I'll take care of it, partner.
You don't have
If you time it right, you can chain jump with these, but if you let the jump land animation go too long, you have to wait for a full recovery.
Once it rains, they'll all drop dead.
Still out of range. Take aim at the
Power
line.
reload.
Got it.
High up in the air, our comrades fight.
Switch
Dashing
to
through
attack
the
mode.
sky, not like
Okay.
a million bolts of light.
Beam.
At least the Wind Diver has some voice acting for the songs in this game.
Pylons! Plan A! Yes, sir!
Take down the
Aliens seem to be guarding the pylons.
Air Raiders, I've got the sight.
I'll show
It's
you
only
mine.
without
Disconnect.
Attack the incoming enemy.
Mankind can still exist down here in paradise.
To defend our dearest Mother Earth, we're ready to give up our lives.
Very impressive for a newbie.
Yeah, we're still in the new
We must continue to fly until all enemies are knocked.
Be careful, on the left.
Nice hit.
Next, stop daydreaming.
We're in combat.
Help is gone!
Almost put myself in bad situation.
We will die.
Thank you so much, combat.
Whoa! Thank you for coming to help. Reload.
Don't look down on me. Light shot. You got it. One kill. You're good. Are you all together?
Since the alien invasion, the entire world has been engulfed.
Some of the I like how they try to do dynamic callouts from the NPCs, but sometimes they line up really weird. Like, we have to take out the pylons or they'll never stop, and the aerator nearby, shut up!
Yeah, he basically has a whole bunch of canned initiation lines and then a whole bunch of canned response lines and picks one and beats at random.
This is Gary.
I'll shoot you dead once we get together. Let go of me! I'll figure out something!
I have no idea what that frog is fighting.
Attack the ones that are in range.
Got it. Shoot! We got one.
You good?
Prepare to
Pop out of the Nyx, fire a Sprite Ball, pop back into the Nyx.
Very nice. Super newbie.
Oh my goodness, he was fighting a single wing diver.
Output increases.
I can fight is starting.
The circuit burned out. Repair it
Busy.
now.
Prepare for battle.
What a fly.
Sir,
I'm
yes, sir.
going to actually land hits on.
Confirm their shooting range.
Change the magazine! Shoot them dead once they're in range.
Evade! Okay. Can't wait any longer.
Nyx Ride Code is one of the better ones.
Can't afford that.
It's
Confirm
got,
distance with the enemy.
it's not one of the super slow Nyxes like the Battle Cannon one. And
Clear it.
it's got a machine gun in one arm, a flamethrower in the other, and then its shoulders are like super heavy shotgun cannons. Does work.
Still, it's a fencer.
It pretty much is.
Oh, nice. I got a upgrade for the Negline self-propelled missile launcher.
One of the few anti-air weapons in the Air Raiders arsenal.
Yeah.
Most of mine are fully upgraded because they also happen to usually drop in missions adjacent to Here Come All the Flyers. Machine guns, rocket cannons. Alrighty. As a reminder, anybody from the Discord that wants to join in, just let me know, and I can, when we're in a lobby or between missions, and I can get you an invite. I feel like some Monster Hunter would be another good one for this kind of thing. Within reason, with Monster Hunter, it's
Monster Hunters.
World and Rise are pretty solid in their own rights. There are elements of World that I prefer, but I would say on average I like Rise better. And I'm really looking forward to the expansion for Rise, Sunbreak, that's coming out soonish.
That seems to be the general consensus, really.
Especially after the Iceborne thing for World, where they added a mechanic that sort of trivialized some of the movement patterns that you would normally go through. It's short-circuited a lot of it.
Should we prioritize saving civilians?
Like, the thing I really like about Rise is the move swaps that you get, where you can essentially customize your fighting style to a decent extent.
Citizens are still evacuating. Suppress the aliens in this area.
That's it, Froggy's group up.
I love you guys. Now run!
But the civilians aren't.
Don't forget your mission. Wiping out the aliens is our
Nobody
priority.
cares about the civilians.
They also already got that.
Ships just entered the combat area.
Stay alive.
The creator of this weapon must.
Alien landing ships
You know, all
confirmed.
6 of them.
Alien ships are coming! You
Please leave it to me.
Okay, none of them are bleeding excessively. That means none of them are regenerating. That means they're all dead.
Yep.
We'll take down these range. Just a tiny mistake. Die.
Sir, yes, sir. Just a tiny mistake. Die. Sir, yes, sir.
Plan B.
Yes, sir.
Stay alive.
Let's start the fight soon. Let's start the fight
Ready
soon.
for battle.
Up the good loot from the monster giblets.
Carrier Noble. We brought a new vehicle.
It's almost my turn. The enemy is around. The battle.
3 landing ships just entered the combat area. Leave it to me next time.
Looks like the
Stop
fight will be
shaking.
violent.
That's not true. Alien troop ships are approaching. Don't die. Stay alive. Okay?
We have an emergency. The alien army is landing.
The enemy is near. I'll take care of it. It's almost my turn.
Ready to fight.
Congrats.
No time for chit-chat.
EDF.
Our opponents are carrying firearms. Not just carrying them, they've opened fire. Aliens! With a new type of weapon!
Down the enemies. Ready to battle.
Enemy spotted.
All ready to fire. Got it.
I will show
All ready to fire. Once they're in range.
I can fight. You can trust me.
I'm counting on you. Enemy spotted. Sounds good. We'll take down the
We have overcome the barriers of culture, language, and skin color to build the society we have today. Now it is time to overcome the barriers between planets. We have learned from our history that nothing is impossible.
Are you attacked?
How do we resolve the conflicts with our neighbors? Do we use guns and bombs? No. That is not how it should be done.
I mean, it's not how it should be done, but that's totally how we do it.
To resolve conflicts. This time we can certainly resolve our issues through dialogue as well. Some civilians are trying to negotiate with the aliens.
Although some
So
people
it's a group
expect
of
dialogue,
idiotic hippies.
that's not what we're seeing on the scene.
Yeah, it's that group of people at the top of the building at the beginning of Independence Day, you know?
To be fair, they showed no signs of hostility at that point.
Shoot them dead once they're in range.
Let's take it down. Got it.
These guys, again, the moment they touch down, signs of hostility.
That seems to be the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
one of it.
How is this happening?
Like, this isn't a problem with differences. This is a, they think you're a pest, and they're trying to exterminate you.
Check the equipment.
Be right back real quick.
Okay. We haven't used a bombing run this mission. Here we go. Let's see. Use Phobos. Let's switch over to cat cams while we're waiting. look at that bagel on the bed. This guy has joined Tom up in the tree. Rorschach's still sacked out on the across from the keyboard. Sammy is now curled up on the table there. Weasley is still microwaving my lap here. For those of you that may be curious, or maybe you haven't noticed, but I did switch over to a new and expanded soundtrack. Went through, found some new songs, loaded it up, so there should be even less repetition now. It's a little bit of a, still a very synthy soundtrack. I do enjoy that and chiptunes, but there's a lot more of them now. But if you do notice that I have my camera is not showing a cat, let me know. I can switch over and find him. It is very important that we be showing cats at all times.
At all times. Back by the way.
Alright. Let us continue then. Loading, loading.
It might be doing that thing that doesn't load in and both get kicked out.
Well, we'll find out shortly, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Enemy!
Huh? Made it.
Drones too!
Damn! We aren't strong enough to put up a fight!
I'll fight with
A
you.
lot of bugs.
It's almost my turn.
Oh goodness.
Heading to the air above the target.
Show it to you.
Fire!
Hey, there's a truck over here.
Oh, the drivable truck.
Yes, sir. Got it. We're in medical check on you later.
That's what I'm waiting for!
Loading.
This is Chief.
How's the negotiations?
All negotiations have failed. It's not that we can't express ourselves, it's that they never wanted to talk in the first place.
Never wanted to talk in the first place, really?
Thinking that we're both humanoids.
It's like, really?
They seem to see us
Yeah,
as
I would
pests.
never have guessed.
Still, we have to keep trying to negotiate.
Mrs. Phobos, prepare for the next attack.
Magazine is cracked! Keep shooting till all enemies are down! You deserve it! Yes, sir! Good!
It's not like, you know, the first thing they did was start killing everything.
Target confirmed.
Watch out from behind! Where are you at? Oh no! You need healing! I don't have bullets! Stay there! I'm coming! Attack the body!
Carriers, aerators.
I'll take a
Vehicle trucks.
Now, attack its right side. The answer is yes.
Watch out from behind!
Reloading.
You can launch again if you'd like to.
Keep your guard up!
Enemies coming again! We won't make it this time!
We're completely surrounded!
Sure. End of chit-chat. Let's go.
Yes, sir!
Let me
Remember
watch.
what I told you yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good. I can fight. You can trust
I'll show you what I have.
Can't stop shaking? You mistook it.
Take down the enemies.
I'll show it to you.
Watch this!
Watch out from behind.
Yes, sir!
This is Phobos, ready to attack again.
I don't have bullets. Soldier, prepare to engage. I'll leave the
Yes,
front.
sir!
two.
Wow!
Target confirmed.
Loading!
Attack.
Watch this! We did it!
We brought a new vehicle.
Bomber runs can be fun. I mean, it's also very, very slow comparatively to deploy them, and they're very disappointing when they completely miss.
I mean, there's still the explosion.
That is true. Fundamental truth.
The situation is so despairing! Can't possibly win!
Don't look down on me!
Don't hesitate. Just pull the trigger.
This is Phobos. The attack is over.
We're surrounded by the enemy! Send in support!
We managed to kill most of them in the same general area.
Send in the reinforcement. Hurry!
They're coming this way!
The creator of this weapon must be a genius!
It will take time for the rescue teams to arrive.
And that's one enthusiastic scientist.
Look out for enemies
He
counter.
gets into it.
Fire to the right. Yes, sir.
It's always good when you can, when you get to really love what you do.
What?
Huh. Double stacked my nicks there.
You can launch again if you'd like to.
Out of bullet. Shot.
Give me some medicine!
This is Phobos, ready to attack again.
Yes, sir!
Spider one.
Again.
It's safe to assume you just go up at
Yep.
I love using plasma cannon knockback to, or kickback rather, to dodge.
Good use for high recoil.
Oh yeah.
This fight will go down in history.
There we go. I'm gonna get some of the loot on the outside.
I'm changing the magazine! Support me! Got it.
What should we do now?
What should we do now?
Well, the foot soldiers actually brought one down.
Witnessed and survived from hell, newbie. Come back for some rest.
Really okay to let a guy like you to be our captain?
Straight ahead!
Overall, it's going smoothly.
Ooh. The level limit went up to 15.
Hey there, J.I. Welcome to the channel. Cannon life is useful.
Almost half the range, but it's got a slightly larger blast radius. And the damage has a whole extra digit to it.
Extra digits are always appreciated. Code. As may be apparent, we are playing some EDF today. I'm always showing my cats on the camera at the same time. So, periodically I will be switching to show one of them. The one that's currently showing on the left center there is Ember. She is one of my younger ones. Left center and right center are the two youngest cats. It's Ember and Sammy, respectively. Upper left, the one that is moving around right now, is Tom. He is
I am now dedicated medium range.
He is an old Maine Coon. He just moved away from Sky, who is a regular sized cat, but he's very floofy. Then the one that just covered his eyes because it's too bright and loud is Rorschach, trying to nap there, top center. I think I've got a decent kit. Let's find out.
By the way, someone actually managed to make plasma stay in a contained general shape outside of a mechanism by charging it with its own magnetic field. Its range was absolutely pitiful. But,
what an interesting concept.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just know the guy
wanted to make a lightsaber?
Or a lightsaber, yeah. But the problem with a lightsaber that shoots out the plasma and have it, you know, like that, is that when you swing it, it's not going to be a sword.
Yeah, I expect a plasma lash is going to come before a plasma sword.
Yes. And plasma guns are going to come before plasma swords. But after the lash.
The enemy artillery unit is straight ahead! Teams that have closed in on the artillery. Attack now.
Roly, roly, roly.
Artillery unit confirmed!
Oh.
Approach the enemy
Boy, this
artillery
heavy
unit!
plasma cannon.
Defeat the artillery unit at all cost. As long as they exist, we can't win
Okay,
the ground warfare.
45-degree angle.
So they're the alien
Oh,
artillery
okay, it doesn't fall as
unit.
much as I thought it was
They
going
have
to.
some badass weapons.
The enemy weapons may be powerful, but they are designed for long-range support. We have a chance if we can get real close. Move in.
Attack the
I
artillery.
think I got one of them with that bombing
Where's the
run.
new commander?
I'm sure you did, yeah.
Situation.
They got some points out of it.
Situation's
So
terrible.
I'll take you as our active.
Other teams are late, but there's no time to wait. Approach the artillery unit and take out as many as possible. 50 millimeters of cannon. Fire. 150 millimeters of cannon. Fire. Yes, sir. 150 millimeters of cannon. Fire. This is Alpha. Aliens ahead. We're engaging the enemy. Huh?
The ragdolling begins.
Run! We'll get blown away!
Artillery fire incoming!
The enemy is near. I'll take care of it.
I can't die.
Target confirmed.
Die. Let's start the fight.
150 millimeters of cannon. Fire.
Please leave it to me next time.
Take this! Target confirmed.
Scout to HQ. Enemy artillery unit is closing in.
Bring me the medicinal supply.
Attack target confirmed.
I take back the medium range thing. I am now an artillery piece.
Artillery unit incoming. Approach and attack. Fight the artillery fire!
Almost in the enemy's
Shoot!
range.
This is Fighter, ready for attack. 150 millimeter cannon, fire.
No legs
We
free.
suffered heavy casualties. Everybody
Yeah,
died
see, like
in
that.
the artillery fire.
The enemy is near.
You have
We can't approach because of the artillery fire. Enemy landing ships confirmed.
Can't stop shaking. You missed.
DE-202 in the air. Please designate targets.
Looks like the fight will be violent. Enemy spotted.
target confirmed.
Shoot them once they're in range.
Please leave it to me now.
150 millimeter cannon, fire. Enemy landing ships have entered the area. They plan to drop aliens.
Get burned by the fire of hell and die! Drop the bombs!
Yes, sir!
Well, that'll slow him down.
Hold still for like half a second. Just half a second, that's all I need.
Take them down when they get close.
This is Phobos, preparing for the next
Thanks!
Once they're in range.
Oh wow, you're still bleeding.
Fine.
Attack target confirmed.
Pretty good.
150 millimeter cannon, fire. Alpha has arrived.
This is Phobos, ready to attack.
Support the units in combat. Understood.
There it is.
Looks like someone is earlier than us. Go support them. If we don't hurry, they'll take all the credit.
Target confirmed.
I can fight. You can trust me.
Go!
Remove the safety device. Yes, sir.
Keep calling down
Enemy
bombs.
spotted. Please leave it to me next time.
This is Phobos, leaving for now.
Enemy
Run
spotted.
man down.
Target confirmed.
Okay, good.
150 millimeter cannon, fire.
Everyone stay alert. Yes, sir.
I'll show you what I have.
I'll fight with you, Captain.
This is specially
I'll show
made.
you what I
It will
have.
surely be handy.
I'll fight with you, Captain.
I'll fight with you, Captain. Check on both sides. Yes, sir.
I'll show you strike. 150 millimeter cannon, fire. DE-202. Target confirmed.
This is Phobos, ready to attack.
Artillery unit has been eliminated. We can win this. In the air. Please designate targets.
Yes, sir.
Not a lot of material gains from that mission, but it's nice that it went so smoothly.
Oh yeah.
That one can be a hassle if you get into they can effectively stun lock you if you get clipped.
Oh yeah. Especially Hector's in 4.1. Ow.
Man, I don't miss those. The Deroys are bad enough, thank you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Thomas thinking that he might want to get some attention, so I have to keep an eye on it in case he decides to start headbutting the microphone or similar. Cannon Lapis is okay. I prefer ones that are equally fast striking, even if they don't fire as quickly, but I like them to have a little more oomph. Be Tom in the right center there on the table near Sammy. Oh. Ready when you are.
I think I'm ready. I can never be sure. Good thing I brought the monster.
It's taking its sweet time here.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. And then sometimes it crashes.
They're coming! Ready! We're the best insect extermination team! Show them what the blue jackets are made of!
Sir, yes, sir!
Don't get close to the enemy! Shoot them! We've killed countless monsters with this tactic. These things will be our prey too. Those tiny monsters have no chance against the blue jackets!
There's an alien leading the monsters!
So the alien is a leader.
Stay away from the aliens! You'll be in trouble if they get too
That's right,
close.
the monster zero
Take
sucks.
feet to slow them down. Just finish the monsters before they approach.
Always forget that,
There
because
is no need to fear.
the monster.
Snipers are the most fearsome enemies on the battlefield. Get it?
I have to say, there's so many of them. I feel like I'm Napoleon Bonaparte.
Like his
I never got that line. I feel like I'm Napoleon Bonaparte.
There are too many. We can't kill them all.
You know, at Waterloo.
We're more than expected.
But they always say it's so happy.
Take them down one by one.
As if it's a positive thing, you know?
DE-202 to ground units. Please designate attack targets.
Top by one thread. And then 20.
As you do.
Yeah. Like I'm quick, I'm nimble, oh no, one single thread. Oh, no, now it's 20. Oh, boy.
Take aim at the leg. Got it. Careful on the right.
Carrier to air raiders. Vehicle dropped.
So go pickup truck. I had to abandon the grape before it showed up.
Ooh, one of those guys is hiding behind that building.
Yep.
Target confirmed.
I killed a lot of them before I went down though.
Oh, yes.
Fighter ready for attack.
Got it.
I may have been seeing your last stand and decided to put a bomber and a sprite fall right on you, so.
That means I have a lot actually, 'cause, you know, they're all grouped up.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir!
Can't waste that kind of opportunity.
This is Carrier, arrived on scene.
But yeah, I was so covered in spiders and threads that I didn't even notice.
Target confirmed.
They're coming from behind!
Behind you! Watch your back! They're attacking from the sides! You alright? Take my bullet!
Take him.
Beam!
Feed the bullets! Yes,
Irritors,
sir!
though, got a whole bunch of quality of life improvements in this game.
Oh yes, targeting for a lot of things is...
Carrier to air raiders.
Again, the mortar strikes are still terrible,
The armor's broken!
since you have to throw the gas canister. But laser strikes, air strikes, oh, those are great.
Please designate targets.
Take aim at the right!
It also helps. There's big red markers telling
Yep.
you that
202
the
to air raiders. I'll wait for instruction up here.
System reboot. Launch right.
More coming! We're surrounded! There's no way out!
Ready to attack again.
I'm out of ammo! I'm doomed!
I don't want to be killed by a monster! Stay back! Stay back!
The creator of this weapon must be a genius.
Carrier to air raiders. Please indicate dropping coordinates of the vehicle.
Drop the bombs.
Nope. All the spiders. So very many webs.
Move over the marker. Fire! This is DE-202. Ready to attack anytime.
Get
Good
burned by
thing I
the
can
fire
get out of the
and
ring.
die.
Otherwise, I'd never be able to reload.
This is Carrier. Dropping complete. Get on the vehicle.
Go.
Air raiders, I've got the sight. Rockets, fire! Rockets, fire! This is DE-202. We're flying to cover the ground units again. Rockets, fire!
Overwhelmed again. Oh man.
This is DE-202. Ready to attack
Awesome.
anytime.
Someone's busy.
Nope. Did not escape. Rockets weren't the best idea. I should have stayed with
Ready to attack again.
limpet.
That's it. Everyone come towards me.
Sprawled out and dead.
Heading to the air above the target. Go.
System reboot. Launch ready.
This is Phobos. My job is done. Heading back now.
This is DE-202. We're flying to cover the ground units again. Rockets, fire! DE-202's air raiders.
Oh, I'm
Await
going
for
to
instruction
be good. You just keep those guys distracted.
Alrighty.
This is Fighter, ready for attack.
Jogging along, giant spider keeping pace. Mostly health kits left.
Not in some areas, the areas I've looted, you know. But this one specifically, that area has a lot of health kits. But yeah, the main reason why the wing diver NPCs keep dying is because they don't do hit and run tactics. They stay on the front line.
Yep. That's why almost all of the NPCs get killed, is that they run in there and they're like, I'll just stand and fire.
I mean, not dodging is a big one too, but wing divers specifically, they're hit and runners.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten everything that's not a med kit. Yes.
DE-202, target confirmed. Rockets, fire! DE-202...
Survivor confirmed. It's you again.
Survivor confirmed. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
All the NPCs are super dead. Looks like you have disconnected. Alright, well, I'm going to take a quick break and be right back if you want to check your kit. I have re-invited you in case you want to.
Oh, I definitely want to keep going. Yeah. EDF is fun.
We'll be right back. Extracting Weasley. It's getting later in the day, so Sammy is convinced that it's food time. Got my headset. There we go. I have returned, and apparently I've been disconnected from the session too. Alright, let's try that again. Ah, okay. Lost Steam connection. Oh, well, that's coming back. We can focus on the kitties. Why that wasn't working. Oh, odd. Yeah. Okay, well. That's something I can try to fix there. Be-doo, buttons, buttons. We're gonna do this while we're waiting for EDF to be able to restart. Huh. Well, that was decidedly not the way that should have been set. 6. Okay. Yeah, okay. Had the toggle for that misconfigured.
Did the lobby dissolve for you as well?
Yes, it did. It completely imploded. Steam's network seems to be down, so hopefully that will correct itself soon.
All these servers I'm seeing must be from people that aren't using this off of Steam then.
Might just be connection from my area, you know.
Okay, yeah, I'm still connected to Steam, but it says you're offline.
Yep. Let's see here.
Which is a total lie.
Come on now. See what's happening, because for the moment everything seems generally fine. I just don't have a connection to the actual Steam network, you know? Well, while we wait for this... Let's see, maybe this is what to do. This will wind him up. Bust out the old laser pointer. Weasley and Rorschach are the ones that get most into this. But as I say that, here comes Sky. Normally, Sky only likes toys he can do the whole catch and kill on. Oh, I think we got it. I know, Weasley. But the red dot. Getting away. Tom is way too regal to chase it around like that. Right, getting everything relaunched here. You will be using mouse and keyboard. Come on now, you can do it. Taking a remarkable amount of time to get into this lobby room.
You're online now.
There we go. There we go. Okay, level 16 stuff.
Oh, anti-air. Okay.
In we go. Hello, Sammy.
Red color drones confirmed.
I shut
Picks
down
the
7
Flamingo
drones by
song.
myself.
It is a
I'm gonna
known
break a
artist,
record
but
today.
the
Don't underestimate
file
the
is
drones. The
flawed.
fact they're only machines makes them even more terrifying weapons. Oh! Make scrap metal out
Brought
of
the
them.
wrong.
Sir, yes, sir. Ready weapon. Got it. Shoot them once they're in range.
Not going to be able to use Sprite Fall or the Heavy Bomber, but really there's not a lot more I could have brought.
Don't look down on me.
Reload bullets. I don't feel like.
Niggling?
I have the Nagling.
We must work
All right,
together.
then. You're golden.
Leave it to me.
Don't shoot. Too far.
Shoot them once they're in range. Enter the range.
Approve.
Come on. How's that?
Remove the safety device.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the red drones take a huge beating, making this map kind of a hassle since they give you quite a few of them.
My magazine is cracked.
Rescue is on
Don't
the
give
way.
up. I'll show you what.
Safety device disable.
Yes, sir. The fight is starting.
The enemy is here.
Be careful of the attack.
Yeah, I
The
picked
medicinal
one.
supplies.
Crap.
That's one.
Too much firepower. And they're fast too. These things are tricky.
Swap the car.
They're fast? Really?
Well, I think they mean intelligent compared to the foot soldiers,
Yes, sir. Watch this.
who are not so swift.
I feel dizzy.
Pull the trigger. You can still manage this,
Aiming
right?
at you.
Pull the trigger. You can still manage this, right?
Dodge!
Confirm the target enemy.
Yes, sir.
Watch this.
Just can break that building down for you.
Pretty good. It's the first time someone's better than me.
Raising in the air, I was expecting smaller, weaker guys, not a
Stay strong.
small one. Elite.
Watch out. Watch this. They're coming this way.
That's not breaking the building.
Pull us out!
Yeah, typically it's explosions that break buildings.
Keep fighting and collecting data. The creator of this weapon must be a genius.
Yeah, and the sniper isn't a
Around carefully.
sufficiently explodey weapon.
Swap new magazine.
Damn, they're devils. We can't deal with so many all at once. We must shoot them down one by one.
Check on both sides.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Into the range. Come on!
Oh! Yeah! Reload.
System
Hold your
reboot.
fire until they
Launch
get in
ready.
range.
Got it.
Shoot them once they're in range.
begins now.
Approved.
Reload. I've been hit.
Confirm target. Entering the combat area. Drop the bombs.
Enemy spot.
There we
The enemy
go.
is closing in.
Welcome back to the fight.
Now you know how strong Phobos is.
Ready? The enemy is around. The battle will soon begin.
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm out of ammo! Show them the power of EDF!
Sir, yes, sir.
The
You're
heckling rockets are
talented.
very, very persistent.
Not good. I'm
Kind of prefer the later Nagling, which has the splitting rockets just before they
We're in
strike.
enemy's range. All ready?
Yes.
These take a little while before they engage in homing behavior.
Shoot them once they're in range.
Approved!
But I mean, they're functional
Keep your
here.
guard up. Yes, sir.
Ready for battle.
Sounds good,
Confirm too
Taz.
far. Close
Can
in.
always use more folks.
Good.
The armor is broken.
You should be able to see the comms channel on the Discord if you'd like to join us in that.
Show it to them once they're in range.
Incoming.
Prepare for battle.
Sir, yes, sir.
Alright, is my mic set up okay?
Sounds like it.
Go down!
They're coming this way.
Watch this! Prepare to shoot!
I mean, let's-
I'll fight with you, Captain.
we don't have an exploding weapon to bring down those skyscrapers.
Can't stop shaking.
That's not right.
Reload.
Shoot's no use! Retreat! We'll be killed if they follow us! We must fight to survive!
We must fight to survive.
This
I mean,
is
it's
Phobos,
war.
ready to attack again.
Prepare to engage! Yes, sir! Take aim! Fire when they get in range! Yes, sir!
I mean, the EDF is good at if nothing else, stating the obvious in a bewildering fashion.
Once they're in range. Mark the target! Mark the target! Yes, sir!
This thing cannot fly straight when I keep hitting it with this. I'm not doing much damage, but it just
I'll change the cartridge.
Confirm
starts
distance
acting
with
like
the
it's
enemy.
drunk.
Yes, sir. Take this.
There we go.
I survived because of you. Can't thank you enough. Enemies around.
The results are great. I will send the data out to the world.
Fighting those is always gross. Anything good come out of State of Play, Taz?
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 got a release window, summer
Oh,
of
cool.
2023.
Not bad. I mean, at least
And-
it's a thing now.
Yep. And I don't think you have a PS5 or a PS4, do you?
No.
Oh, well, then I will gladly play for you if you would like, but Stray comes out on July 19th. That is the cat game is set in a cyber city, which is just like Newt Mecken, it's written all over it.
I know. I recall seeing that one. Unfortunate. Well, hopefully it'll get a port at some point.
Hopefully.
I think this is one of the... They're coming from, 180 degrees. You start on a building ones.
Let me see what I can actually use here.
I can take a beacon gun if you'd like.
Probably be useful.
Done. That in mind, I should have a... I do love me some Sprite Fall, but we'll rely on the bomber for now. See how it go.
Other than that, the state of play was devoted mostly to VR stuff, so it wasn't really anything I'm terribly interested in.
Yeah. Until they come up with something that doesn't feel like a... they're really forcing it. They have pulled off some interesting ones, but the fact that you pretty much still have to do the point to teleport kind of thing, or do the exaggerated wave arms up and down to simulate walking.
Yep. They have one of them was a Horizon Forbidden West style thing. It was Call of the Mountain, I think was what it was called, their VR game for that. The only other one that I could think of that would be interesting is Resident Evil 4 Remake. Which I liked Resident Evil 4, and it in very good graphics might be good.
Now still loading.
Maximum load time.
Commence Operation Iron Wall.
Yep.
This one.
started attacking. I'm pretty sure my gun weapons benefit from your markers as well.
If not, go
They
down
should
there.
lock on faster, yeah.
Prepare for battle. Target. Tiger. Understood. Drop the bomb. This is
I think it also prioritizes the beacon.
They're coming.
Evacuation is not complete yet. There are defenseless civilians behind. We have to shield them off from the enemy.
Now you know how strong. They're coming this way too.
We will provide cover. Sniper team, we're counting on you. There's only room for one.
I'll back you up. I won't let them pass. I'll change the
Shoot them once they get close.
50 millimeters of cannon. Fire. The enemy wants to break through, but we won't allow that to happen. They shall not pass.
Much screaming.
The tanks are destroyed.
Damn, the rain is blocking my vision.
Target confirmed.
Drop the bombs. Fierce battles are taking place in other areas as well. We have to hold this position. Cannon fire. 150 millimeters of cannon fire. 150 millimeters of cannon fire.
Reload bullets. The medic will check on you later.
Target coordinates confirmed. We'll drop from right above.
Should we really stay here?
Where is the replacement?
This is Scout. Enemy landing ships confirmed. There are a lot of them.
Be careful of the incoming landing ships.
Vehicle, drop.
Who is our superior officer? I'm aiming at you. Cartridge
I think we
change.
need new beacons.
Get new beacons. Yeah, there was one that I missed with that was keeping it alive.
They're dropping aliens.
I'm aiming at you.
Fight without a commander. What kill? You're good. Oh, I'm over here. Over here. I'm over here.
Watch this.
Reload bullet.
The
Those alien bastards look like they're afraid of water. But they aren't.
What do they look like they're afraid of?
Look very much alive.
Why would frogs look like they are afraid of water? What does something that is afraid of water look like?
I mean,
Oh, you're right. Those
that,
two look exactly like cats.
That's a lot of aliens!
Looks like they plan to get through here no matter what.
Looks like the enemy is focusing their attack and trying to break through this area. So hold your ground.
They're flying to cover the ground units again. If they break through this area, the defense line will break down. You must hold them off at all costs. Disconnected.
Hold on, buddy! I'll protect you! We need rescue! We'll give you some minutes.
Look over there! The enemy artillery unit!
150 minutes. Enemy artillery unit on the rooftops. They're attacking this way.
Loading! What? Stay here and fight! Whoa! We are being attacked by the artillery unit!
Bastards!
just do something about that real quick.
Someone take out the artillery unit!
Be careful! We're in enemy's range! Take this! Watch this!
I like your solution to that problem, dude.
The civilian evacuation is completed.
We still can't let the enemy break through here.
Stay strong! Target. Entering reload area.
Whoop!
Fire! I'll slot my magazine!
That wasn't me. Or you.
Stay strong!
Yep.
150 millimeters of fire. This is
Yeah, this is why I don't like fighting in the middle of a
This
group
is
of
Scout.
balloon diver.
Aliens are approaching. Yeah, please designate targets.
Stay strong!
We can't hold them back anymore!
Some beacons.
Container, drop.
At this rate, they're gonna break through! Come here!
We hit it! Awesome!
This is Phobos. Leaving for now.
Shoot right after you enter the range! Yes, sir!
Can't wait any longer. Let me shoot.
Ow.
We did it! Swap the cartridge!
150 millimeters cannon, fire. 150 millimeters cannon, fire.
Don't look down on me!
DE-202 to ground units. Please designate attack targets. Strike!
Thank you.
DE-202 to air raiders. I'll wait for instruction up here.
Enemy landing ships! They move behind us!
Aliens coming from behind! Into the air above the target.
Damn! The line of defense is useless!
Take this! What is the line of defense doing?
DE-202. Target confirmed.
Reload! Don't look down on me!
DE-202 to air raiders. I'll wait for instruction up here.
Yeah, not only does it prioritize the beacons, but beacons also let me lock on from a longer distance.
Yep. Lock beacons have a speed and distance multiplier, and often they also give you a multi-lock.
DE-202 to air raiders. I'll wait for instruction up here. Strike! Take this! 150 millimeters cannon, fire!
Gotcha!
Container, disconnect.
Reload!
We'll send over another one later.
Change the cartridge! How's that?
And new beacons.
What's this?
He's actually the perfect enemy for me to use the Geist on. It's really, really slow projectiles with the tackle punch, so most of the time things die before they get there, but these guys, they live long enough.
Target confirmed. Target confirmed.
Target confirmed. Drop the bombs!
Destroy all enemies.
The war against aliens continues, while the economy is on the brink of collapse. Many industries are forced to shut down due to harsh operational environment. We have to prepare ourselves for the largest economic setback in human history. The employment situation is getting worse, although the government has promised that better days
This is
will
another
be ahead in the
distressingly
face
real
of war.
moment where they're like,
This will
you
become
know,
a
humanity
hard
is being
situation to
exterminated,
resolve.
but what about the stock market?
150 millimeter cannon, fire.
Our unemployment rates are getting really low. I mean, 50% of the population's been killed in the past 2 months, but my portfolio really needs a boost, guys. Could you please get back out there into the slave fields? I mean, Starbucks.
Was this
Can you
map
stop
always
shaking?
this white?
Don't be stupid.
I
recall.
don't think you get to see how white this map is normally, but with Dude
Target
around,
confirmed.
buildings are a hazard for him, so he removes them quickly.
I mean, yeah, all air raiders do that. Did you see the ad for this game where they were
You know how
interviewing the air
strong
raiders?
Phobos is.
No.
Well, it was a you know, basically they had one video for each class to, you know, like introduce you to the class. At the
Okay.
very end of the video, he's done explaining the class, and then he blows up a bunch of buildings in the background for a finisher. Like, beforehand hasn't even started yet. He's just, you know, explaining what it is to be an air raider in the EDF. And as a demonstration, he, you know, does an artillery strike, blow up a whole bunch of buildings in the background. During the interview.
Incredibly fitting. That matches with
Yeah.
the class's setting. The only
it's
thing
like-
that would have made it better is if somewhere in that advertisement there's some absolutely insane sounding woman that chimes in and is like, yeah, and I get to show off my sweet god toys.
She only does that for the scientific ones. It was just normal cluster bomb, carpet bombing thing.
What the hell is it doing all the way back here?
It probably bounced off of something and gained velocity. Because, you know, that's how physics work.
All things are perfectly. I can't remember what the name of it is. If something is perfectly momentum conserving or something like that, such that if it hits a surface and bounces off, all of the force is imparted back onto it.
Which is a physical impossibility as far as we know.
But there are a lot of terms for things that are impossible.
Yeah, I mean that would require an immovable object. It's effectively what that would require. Something so with such a high hardness that it does not absorb any of the kinetic force.
Yeah.
Protected the citizens. Well done. The victory is ours. 2, with the flags cover the ground units again.
Oh, hey, an actual upgrade.
HR-89 bound gun. That's new for me.
The autocannon, which reloads super fast, now reloads slightly super fastier. I mean, sure, it's 10% faster, but...
Did we show off the Leviathan missiles?
It's an option. I've still got the guide beacon.
That sounds like something I need to do, is what you're saying. Anytime anyone wants me to show off Leviathan missiles, I'm gonna do it.
They are one of the more fun missile weapons. They do, however, require an air raider and fencer working together.
Yep. That one and the one I was just using, the Hyatt or Haith missile system, does the same way. I like the Haith though because it will it handles armored units better. If the first few missiles break the armor, it doesn't lose its lock. Well, it'll lose its lock, but the missiles that are incoming are already incoming, so
All teams,
you are likely to hit with several
The
more of
sandstorm's
them.
blocking off our field of view. Don't let your guard down.
Yes, sir!
use the sandstorm as cover to approach enemy base. The enemies will have a hard time detecting you, but at the same time, your vision will be hampered. So be careful.
Can't see
Already got a lock on an enemy I can't even see.
Complete our mission without taking gunfire from the base. I'm starting to think that the sandstorm is awesome.
The
I'm
demolition
starting to
team
think
will
this
proceed at your
sandstorm is
side.
awesome.
Keep going and take out the enemy.
Clearly none of it's gotten in his pants yet.
150.
Monsters are close by!
150. Take out the monsters.
Whoops.
that alien is controlling those monsters.
Come here, I'll teach you a lesson. Confirm the shooting
Fighter
range.
bomber DE-202. Fencers are deployed to the right of the demolition team, and you guys will protect their left. 150 millimeters of cannon, fire!
Reload!
Take them down.
Shoot the
Confirm
ones that are in
distance with
range.
the
Billboard comes flying past.
150 millimeters of cannon, fire!
Well done, guys.
I hope this is the final part.
This is obvious. Something flew by. There's something in the sky. Drones! Too
Pretty
far.
close,
Close
but
in.
still at
150 millimeters of cannon, fire!
Come here. I'll teach you a lesson.
Teleportation ships sighted in front of the base.
Ooh,
Ow! I am very dead.
did not see you there.
DE-202 to ground units. Please designate attack targets.
Health kit.
Be careful. On the left. Got it.
150 millimeters of cannon, fire!
Drones, one of my many weaknesses.
This is DE-202.
So that guy's call out was just, I'll make you a side dish. And
Yes.
given the dialogue in this game, I'm tempted to believe he does not mean I'm going to eat you. It's probably more likely that he's like offering a peace offering of a meal. I'll make you a side dish.
This is Carrier. The vehicle's
I
on
mean,
the go.
it's even odds, really. They also sometimes say,
This is
I'm gonna shoot you dead.
DE-202, where flags cover the ground units again.
Or feed them the bullets.
50mm cannon.
Yes.
Fire. Fire. This is Carrier. Dropping complete. Get on the vehicle. Demolition team, commence operation. Well done. Demolition team, take it from here.
Dude, we're so far into this already.
Monsters!
What?
The sandstorm is about to subside! Oh no. If we lose the
Trail of
sandstorm,
corpses
they'll
leading
spray us with
behind me, and
bullets.
they're like, demolition
The
team,
sandstorm
start
is gone.
now.
We'll have no cover!
Okay.
If we don't destroy the teleportation ship, we won't be able to approach the base!
The demolition team cannot approach under this condition.
Teleportation
Take down the
ships are
teleportation
100% on you guys.
This
I
is the
think after
demolition
the
team.
run part might
Please
hit
take
run
down the
tactics.
teleportation ships quickly.
Can you get me a beacon up inside the belly of some of those ships?
We try.
Destroy the teleportation ship.
It's the enemy landing ship!
202. Target confirmed. 150mm cannon. Fire. DE.
Aliens are disembarking!
Take this. Look! Monsters!
Yay!
Aliens are calling monsters here! What just happened?
Yeah, I didn't stand a chance on that one. They literally spawned all
Looks like
around
the
me.
aliens can control the
All right, there
monsters
should
to
be
a
one in
certain
there.
extent. We just found out that they can summon monsters from underground
There
and
is
command
indeed.
them.
Confirmed. I can't believe they can do this. Attack. Take down the aliens.
Damn it. I should have paid attention to them getting dropped near me.
Oh, dude.
Attack target confirmed.
If we fail this one, man.
Target confirmed. Attack. 150mm cannon. Fire.
Nice.
150mm cannon. Fire.
Oh yeah, that got a good number of them.
150mm cannon. Fire. Request accepted. Request accepted. This is Fighter, ready for attack.
This is Phobos. Ready to attack again. Heading to the air above the target. Drop the bombs!
Uh-oh, map border. There's nowhere else to combat roll.
For the next attack.
This is Fighter pilot DE.
Do it if you are a ranger!
To the air combat area again. 150mm cannon. Fire.
I mean, I probably could.
No, I meant you.
Oh, roll through the wall?
There's no word else to combat roll.
Target confirmed.
I was joking that the ranger could find another place to combat roll too.
Yep.
Target confirmed.
Oh, no.
You might have been able to win the mission if you were a ranger, though. You might have.
DE-202 to ground units. Please designate attack targets.
Alright, we're going to retreat and make sure we can rearm. Let's see. Figure this will still work. Loading. Currently looking into the process of converting my little catbot avatar, little PNG avatar that I've got, into a rigged live 2D version. I want to get a hold of somebody who can do a pass on refining its appearance, and then somebody that can rig it. One of the tricks is finding somebody who claims and is able to do the art for a live 2D character, but that isn't reliant on all the tools for basic anime character.
But at the same time, your vision will be hampered. So be careful.
Can't see anything.
Yeah, I've seen so many
I'm starting to think that the sandstorm is awesome.
virtual avatars that are just stock standard anime characters.
Yep, I mean there are software packages that will give you a working live 2D art and rig from a what amounts to a like stock list. It's like character creation slider bars, you know. Which, if that works for you, hey, great. But that shall not work for me.
Fencers are deployed to the right of the demolition team, and you guys will protect their left.
When they get closer, it's too far to shoot.
Some time ago, before I came up with this little PNG-based one, I had contacted some folks, and they were, reliant on particular tools, which meant that they had to, they were limited to the anime character set.
Teleportation ships sighted in front of the base.
I mean, I have a friend that just uses a PNG and then put on a waveform on
More
it.
to the left. The answer is yes.
My magazine is
Yep.
We're soldier. Hang in there.
That was it. That was the entire thing.
That's impossible! A clean hit! You good? Yes, sir! Ready to shoot! What the arm is broken! Yes!
Man is injured!
I'm out of ammo!
You know, it splits in a V formation, which is really annoying, but if you get close...
Yep. Some of those weapons that have the forking behavior, that almost acts as a limiter, but if you get right up on them, it's a damage multiplier.
I'll check on your wound later. Are you all right? I'll protect you.
Medic! I feel alright, Captain! I've been shot!
One down!
You're good.
Yes, sir!
One of those ships essentially bounce off of the flamethrower there.
Where's the
Injury's nothing.
Demolition team, commence operation. Well done. Demolition team, take it from here.
Fix you up later.
More to the right! They're dropping monsters!
Yeah, you having said that, Tass, I hear that I'll make you a side dish, and this time it was really that sort of aggressive that you'd expect to hear in a local restaurant commercial. I'll make you a side dish.
Yeah, it was very car salesman-y to me.
If we don't destroy the teleportation
I remember seeing
Wait,
the
what?
last week tonight
So you
about
with a Nissan.
last week tonight about the car salesman advertisements and the fact that there are companies out there that make those ads for them. And as a result, you will often find several dealerships that have the exact same ad. Different people, acting, quote, in it, but the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, it's a template. You go 300 miles west and apply template.
Destroy the teleportation ship.
Target confirmed.
It's the enemy landing ship!
The attack is over. Leaving
Fire
the
your
combat area.
weapon!
Got it. Take them down when they...
Keep the formation! Yes, sir!
Magazine is
You're good!
I'll help you.
We're hit! I've been shot!
There are beacons on it.
Aliens are disembarking!
Hold your guard up! Whoa! Don't...
Look! Monsters!
You got a beacon for me over there, Newt?
Monsters here!
Attack again.
Let's see.
What just happened?
Looks like the aliens can control the monsters to a certain extent. We just found out that they can summon monsters from underground and command them.
I can't believe they can do this.
Target confirmed.
Take down the aliens. Dropping coordinates confirmed.
This is Phobos, ready to attack again.
Container, disconnect.
Target confirmed. Go!
So many bug.
Flying objects are
It's a problem.
My job is done. Heading back now.
The sandstorm calmed down a little.
Oh, hell.
Look over there! Monsters! So the aliens can control
I'm
the
dead.
monsters?
Confirmed target. If the operation succeeds, we will gain a tactical advantage.
Suddenly, a strike team of frogs and a bunch of spiders landed on.
Demolition fails. We will destroy the base with heavy tanks.
This is Phobos, preparing for the next attack.
We have to get close to the base to set
Tricky.
up the bombs. Take down the enemies nearby. Hurry!
Very tricky. That is a lot of jumping spiders. Holy crap. Look out, Lunar, they coming.
Oh, wow. Give Weasley some screen time here.
Well, I tried to get to some health so I didn't die immediately, but the spiders, they be fast, man.
This is Carrier Noble. We've brought a new vehicle.
No. Might switch from Phobos to Vesta here for the napalm field. See if that can slow down the spider advance.
That spider advance is very intense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ow.
Alright, if you die, I'm getting rid of the Leviathans. They are just not meant for this level.
Target coordinates confirmed. We'll drop from right above.
Fire!
Drop off. We'll send over another one later.
This is Phobos.
It was a
ready
gamble,
to
but it's
attack
the only
the
gamble I could.
Target confirmed. Drop the bomb.
I killed many and distracted them in the field as much as long as I could. Oh, that was a disappointing strike.
This is Phobos, leaving for now.
Requires way too much focus right now. An HP.
This is Phobos, ready to attack again.
Nope. Boop.
Oh.
Limpet Sniper was working, but man, we got to make sure we take out that spider ship.
Yeah, you can get rid of that beacon. That's not going to be helpful. There's nothing to shoot with it.
I can't even remember if we're going to be striking the base itself during this one.
I don't think we are.
And again. Eventually we'll win.
Yeah, for Fencer in this game, there's a way to chain the jump and the forward boost in such a way that you get a lot of distance out of it.
I don't know that I ever figured out how to time it right, but yeah.
You basically have to do both simultaneously, but in the proper order. So it's real easy to mess it up.
All teams, move forward.
And again.
Was blocking off our field of view. Don't let your guard down.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Use the
I'm just
sandstorm as cover to
gonna
approach
aim
enemy
back,
base.
wait for the sandstorm
enemies will have a hard
to
time
finish,
detecting
and
you,
then
but at the
long range
same
artillery
time,
everything.
Your vision will be hampered. So be
I'm going to do the long range artillery now.
See anything? Now we can complete our mission without taking gunfire from the base. I'm starting to think that the sandstorm is awesome. We've been
Monsters! Monsters are close by!
Take out the monsters.
An alien!
That alien is controlling those monsters.
Sir, yes, sir!
I'm shooting at any building sized muzzle flashes.
Incoming!
Go for the left! Something flew by!
There's something in the sky. Drones!
We're in enemy's range.
Fencers are deployed to the right of the demolition team. And you guys will protect their left.
They're coming this way!
Take them down when they get closer.
Fire your weapon!
I Clean hit.
You're good. Arm shot.
Reloading. Back
Got
me
it.
up.
We hit it. Direct hit.
Teleportation ships sighted in front of the base.
I see our chance. Leave it to me. Take aim at the right. Got it.
You up. Watch this.
Now attack
We
the
got
head.
one.
I'll leave the
You're
right to
good.
you.
Got it. We got one.
Bullseye. You're good.
You're good.
Reloading ammo. I'm out of ammo.
Reloading. Back me up.
Not possible. Change the magazine.
Back me up. Not possible.
Combat. Out of bullets.
This is Carrier. Arrived on scene.
Body shot.
Got it.
When this is all done, I'm gonna marry my sweetheart. Don't say that.
That's about as bad as saying that you're gonna retire in 2 days.
Exactly.
Demolition team, commence operation.
Well done. Demolition team, take it from here. They're dropping monsters!
The sandstorm is about to subside. Oh no. If we lose the sandstorm, they'll spray us with bullets. If the sandstorm is gone, we'll have no cover.
Beam!
If we don't destroy the teleportation ship, we won't be able to approach the base.
Enter the air above the target.
The creator of this weapon must be a genius.
The demolition team cannot approach under this condition. Take down the teleportation ships. End of bombing. Aerator, I'll leave the rest to you.
Shoot! Yes, sir. We hit it. You're good. This is the demolition team. Please take down the teleportation ships quickly.
Oh, that expect did not help me in the least.
Prove!
It's the enemy landing ship.
The enemy's in the back.
You'll surely make it through
Got
with
it.
this. Destroy the teleportation ship.
Later.
Bomber to aerator. We are ready.
Aliens are disembarking.
Look! Monsters!
Aliens are calling monsters here.
Launch again if you'd like to.
What just happened?
Looks like the aliens can control the monsters to a certain extent. We just found out that they can summon monsters from underground and command them.
Change the magazine.
I can't believe they can do this.
It's good. We're hit.
Take down the aliens.
One drop ship down.
Reload.
Leave the target site.
Nice, I got the legs removed from the red one.
Defender is broken.
Flying objects are closing in.
Take a deep breath.
The bombing is over. Ground units, good luck. The sandstorm calmed down a little. This is Bomber, re-entering the combat area.
Are they gonna call in more bugs from underground? Really?
Look over there! Monsters! So the aliens can control the monsters?
The Yes, those things that we definitely already established like 10, 20 missions ago.
I know. The strike team will be in position soon. If the demolition fails, we will
And
destroy
canonically
the base
more
with
than
heavy
5
tanks.
months ago.
We have to get close to the base to set up the bombs. Take down the enemies nearby. Hurry! Fire!
Delicious med kits.
Bombing complete. Preparation for next attack. This is Titan. We are in position.
Leave the last blow to us. We will blow it into pieces.
We don't need the heavy tanks. We'll blow up this thing.
Why is it shaking like this?
Hey! The base is moving!
The base! It's moving!
It's not the time for demolition!
We haven't finished setting up the bombs. It's too dangerous. Back off! Back off! Demolition team, retreat!
Get away from the base! Hurry! Fall back! Powered exoskeletons. Buy as much time as you can before the demolition team falls back.
There we go. Going much smoother this time. Excellent. Oh, very nice, folks. I do think that's going to be a good place to stop for today, though. I want to thank everybody for participating, Lunar and Tass there. And thanks everybody for watching. If you liked what you saw and you aren't already, consider subscribing to the channel. You'll be able to get notifications if I'm going live on the stream. Additionally, if you want to see Noida streams, you can swing on over to Twitch. We'll be doing a Noida stream on Saturday, barring Twitch connection issues. But with all that said, again, subscribe to the channel, and if you'd like to consider supporting the channel, you can do so through Twitch, Patreon, and Coffee. Hope everybody has a nice day, and I will see you again tomorrow, or Saturday.